Tonight we're going to be here for exactly 1 hour because after 10 parking is cut off and we have to leave. Somehow we even found a parking spot here, so let's rotate the camera and take a look at the scene here. This is the line of people leaving the beach. Keep in mind, this is the off season. This isn't even the the busy part of the year. This is the dead part of the year. Live streaming, and earlier I was trying to adjust the camera so it wouldn't be angled, but it looks like that failed. We're on Bradenton Beach and we have about 1 hour to live stream. After that we'll get a ticket for our vehicle, and won't be the first ticket we get today. Actually, if we got a ticket, yeah, got a ticket today. This is why you can't let people borrow your McLaren, bro. I let this guy borrow my McLaren. He still hasn't returned it. Driving around like it's his, That's why I tell you guys, I can't let people borrow my McLaren, because then they end up doing stuff like that, So we're going to go for 1 hour on this live stream, and then after that, we're going to cut it off. Unless I can find another parking spot, which I highly doubt it. I'm actually at the beach parking, so we're going to walk up over there. Would have probably been better to just do a recorded video since you guys aren't even communicating with me today. There we go. What's happening, man? We got Mozang. What's happening? What's good? This is the line to get off the island right here. Saturday night. People leaving the beach. So I got my first ticket up here today. Well, no, I got a parking ticket a while back. Who is your day? My day is myself. Is you day alive today as well? What to do, man? Doing all right. Today we're just gonna take a 1 hour hangout here in Bradenton Beach due to parking incrementations and excrementations of parking situations. What's happening? We only got 1 hour to do what it do today. That's how the parking situation works here, unless I'm lucky enough to find another parking spot after an hour. Bradenton Beach. So my second to last night Uber driving, I ended up getting a ticket for blowing a red light in Sarasota at 1 in the morning. Things have not been going well for us. It seems like we really can't catch a break. Katie's real estate license got suspended for not paying the MLS. My Uber account got deactivated. Look at how bad of a streak we've had lately. Katie's real estate license suspended. My Uber account deactivated. This morning I looked through the mail and there's a $158 fine from the city of Sarasota for blowing a red light. It's like, man, we can't catch a break, bro. Literally, we cannot catch a break. It's been like the most bad luck little stretch of our lives that we've ever had. I'm not even kidding you. It's just been like one unfortunate event to the next. We've been going from like one unfortunate event to the next. No freaking breaks, bro. It's like to the point where I'm like, okay, at some point things got to turn around, right? You can't possibly just have nothing but bad things happen to you in your life, right? Yes, $158 for blowing a red light in Sarasota. $158 is the total. They gave me a ticket for that amount. $158. And when I blew the red light, I knew I was going to get a ticket. It was one of those deals where like you couldn't stop fast enough. Like next thing I knew, it was too late, and well, Fruitville and Tuttle at 1 in the morning. I really appreciate you appreciating me, but I keep thinking to myself, can my life get any freaking worse? Bro, we have had like, oh snap, yeah buddy. Oh yeah, look at it, look at the setup right here, man. Yeah, buddy. Buddy got that big old truck right now. That's how you pimp a truck right there. Yeah, buddy. Look at the truck on that thing sitting on 24s down there. I tell you what, it's a truck right there. Yeah, buddy. That thing got a quad to it too. Doing all right. Nice truck. That is a machine. Troca machine, brother. Todo tranquilo. Machine. But we're doing all right. Seems like Florida has a very unequal society. Yeah, you have like the absolute wealthy, and then everybody else who's trying to figure out how they're gonna pay the rent, scheming, defrauding, and scamming their wage just so they can have money to pay the rent. It really is unfreaking believable, the economical inequality in Florida. It'd be nice to investigate like economical inequality by state and see which states have the worst economic inequality. I'm sure Florida's up there right now. I'm sure Florida's got to be up there. I think finding a parking spot here is going to be almost impossible. I parked by the beach parking, but I only got till 10 o'clock. So I don't know if they'll give me another. Yeah! I tell you what, you have fun on there, buddy. At least you guys weren't eaten by a croc. Yeah, that would be like the last thing we need now to get attacked by an animal. I've been bitten by a dog lately. I got bitten by a dog. It's just about as bad. Yeah, Florida and California probably have the absolute worst income inequality of any state. Probably New York would be next. I think Florida is possibly worse than California for income inequality right now. And that is a far stretch to say, but I really do feel like Florida is now on par with... you can go ahead, buddy. Oh, she's not even looking at me. She stopped for who knows what reason. Florida income inequality now possibly worse than California. I wouldn't doubt it. I'd have to do... Ooh, it smells like something burning. Somebody's burning something down there. I tell you what. Doesn't even smell like it's legal or nothing like that. We're about to check out the strip here in Bradenton Beach. How are you guys doing? Loud. We're probably going to have to move soon. I don't know what's going to happen with us. I don't know what's going to happen with us. It's been pretty crappy lately, I'm not going to lie. It's been a pretty crappy stretch for us lately. It hasn't been a... But, you know, I figure it couldn't possibly get any worse. Right behind you. Okay, what's happening, man? Come up and say what's up if you're that close. There's like hundreds of people here, so if you're that close, just come up and say what's up. I'm right here by the roundabout. Just come up and say what's up. There's like way too many people here to know who you are. But I'll keep the camera facing this way so you don't have to worry about being exposed. But we got, let me see, Major Assassin says he's right behind me. We upstairs. Okay, well, have a blast up there. Have fun. It looks fun from down here. You guys have fun. It looks fun. It looks fun from down here. But I can't drink today. I don't have a designated driver, so. Katie's at home hanging out. Beautiful evening. Just, what's up, buddy? Doing good, man. We did our anniversary was possible. We had like a $45 anniversary. Kid you not, we had Sam's. It was actually one of our nicest anniversaries because since we didn't have any money to spend on us, we just spent time together and we went to the beach and well, that wasn't bad. Kind of went to the beach together and we did some beachy stuff together all day. But Katie's health has been pretty bad. We don't know what we're gonna do yet. We're thinking about having to leave. It doesn't make sense to stay here economically. I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh, buddy, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. Good thing he's friendly. I know, buddy. I'm sorry. I almost like ran over this guy's dog. Dog came to smell me and I didn't see it. But busy little corner here. Love the light bar in front of that. I'm not a Dodge guy, but that light bar in the front's pretty cool. No, Katie has been. If Katie's health continues to be the way it is, she's probably gonna have to quit her part-time job because I don't even know how she hasn't got fired yet. Her health has been so bad. I don't know how she hasn't got fired. Somebody gave her a $20 tip at work, and her job position isn't even the type of job you would tip somebody at. The poor girl's trying. It just ain't working. Indiana? Absolutely not, brother. My life is miserable enough in Florida. Why would I move to Indiana? No, Indiana is never an option for us. Dude, I live in Florida. I gotta live somewhere that has life. What am I gonna do in Indiana other than die from depression? I would die of depression in Indiana. I need a place that's, Bob, look at this. Can you imagine going from this to Indiana? I would die of depression, bro. Check out the vibes. Let's get in there, guys. We got enough people. We got 60 people watching. Let's go through here. We got the deck up there. We got some of our subscribers up there having a great time. And look at this, dude. Like,
hey now.
Hello. You'll live so good. I will. Yes, I would die of depression. I would do Ohio before Indiana. Bro, I would die of depression. I cannot live in Indiana. I would die of depression. I couldn't do it. If I move, it has to be somewhere that has something to offer. I can't move to Indiana, bro. I'll die of depression in Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I can't do it. I would just be so sad all the time. Oh, yeah, I love people drinking. This chick was just randomly following me. And her boyfriend had to, grab her. Like, wrong guy, lady. Awesome. People are having a blast up here. It's still early enough to where it's not crazy either. Pretty chill. Bro, once you get used to Florida, it's hard to get used to something. It's not that we want to leave. It's just that things have really got rough for us over here. Economically, things have just gotten to crap for us. Like, it's been back-to-back hits. Sad. Yeah, there's just, look at the vibe, man. Look at the vibe here. It would be too boring for me. It would just be like, what up, Alex? We're in Bradenton Beach today. Kansas City, Missouri. No. I'm sure there's a good economy there. Probably good economical outlook. But we have to find a place that has nature and life. What states would we seriously consider? Florida. Somewhere cheaper in Florida. Georgia is an option. Florida, Georgia, Tennessee. The problem with Tennessee is that the best parts of Tennessee around Nashville, to live in a upscale neighborhood in Nashville is like, literally, I'm not even kidding you, $4,000 a month. I really hope that was somebody's dog right there. I really hope that was somebody's dog that did that. I'm just hoping that's somebody's dog and not somebody's wife that did that. But seriously considering, okay, North Florida is still an option. If we can find affordable rent, North Florida is an option. Georgia is an option. Particularly North Georgia. I mean, a very distant maybe is Texas, but that's like not towards the top. We've been thinking about California, but it's just as expensive as Florida. Think about, we like California, but man, it's just as expensive as Florida. So that's kind of pointless. Yeah, I know Texas sucks, man. It's like hot, humid all the time. Not humid, it's just like dry heat, desert, arid. I'm not up for that. I'm not up for that, man. I'm really not. They installed palm trees. Remember, you guys, I told you guys they should install palm trees? They actually did it, bro. They actually installed coconut. Remember, guys, I made a video saying that Bradenton needs more coconut trees? They did it. Something smells great around here. Ever since I got hurt, like our economy just went to crap since I got hurt. Kentucky, I hope not. I hope not. I don't like Kentucky. I've already lived in Kentucky, and it didn't seem like it worked around the first time. So why would I try it again? Kentucky's like in Alabama. It's one of those places like, well, it didn't work out the first time. Why would it work the second time? I know the Midwest is economically better, but I don't think I could handle living in the Midwest. Bro, I'm used to living in Florida. I couldn't live in the Midwest. I'd die. I would just depress myself to death. Cuba, if Cuba was not a regime, yes, I would love to go back to Cuba if they weren't a regime. If Cuba wasn't a regime, I'd be over there in a heartbeat. $100,000 over there, and you're set. Buy a little house, buy a car, you're good. You know I'm watching you live, right? Yes, we are live. We got Luis Colon. Un gran saludo a Luis Colon watching from Bradenton, Florida. A lot of people from Bradenton. Aquí estamos, Luis, on Bradenton Beach enjoying life. Yeah, we're in Bradenton Beach. Omaha, Nebraska. That's one city I've never been to. Mention Montgomery, please don't. Another Montgomery rant, please. You guys like my Montgomery rants? No, I haven't been to Alabama in a while. I hope I don't have to. DeSoto County, Florida. We got Arcadia area in the house. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, North Carolina. We've looked at North Carolina. There's a lot of haters over there, though. Wow. North Carolina is just a lot of haters. Yes, I know Omaha has a low cost of living, but how am I ever going to make enough YouTube videos about Omaha to support my life, dude? That's impossible. Maine is pretty. The people are kind of backwards. Beautiful coastline. It definitely has nature. But I think the real problem with Maine would be you got to get a lift kit on that thing, man. I think we're reporting a crime here. I actually got a ticket here in Bradenton Beach a while back when I had the Camry for parking after 10 p.m., which means we also have to leave today here by 10 p.m. There's a parking spot right over there. I got to find out where you can park for free out here, where you won't get a ticket. I guess I could ask the cops. Nice. I need a golf cart. That's what we need right there. The problem with Arizona was the air quality. I'm asthmatic, and the air quality there was just horrendous. Polk County, yes, Polk County is affordable. Yes, Polk County is affordable. But I don't like Polk County. I really don't. But it is very affordable. Oh, crap. We got the squad of trucks coming through. We got that Kodak Black. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Got that squad going on. Yeah, buddy. Oh. No. Trying to turn that music down. Property taxes and rent is overpriced. No, yeah, cost of living in general has become a problem. That makes sense if you want to start from the very bottom. We gotta do something. We got to figure something out eventually. Hey, bud. We'll figure it out. We've been looking at different rents. Polk County makes sense because it puts us between Tampa and Orlando, two very good cities for our YouTube channel. Problem with Polk County is I just don't like Polk County to live. I would almost rather keep paying my rent here. And besides, the point is you're only going to save like $300 a month living in Polk County. And that doesn't really equate to being worthwhile. I think if it was like 12, I want to be like 12 to 1400 a month, and in Polk County you're still going to be at 15 to 1600 a month. So Chicago would be great for the channel. I agree. It's a very large city and it could probably support our YouTube channel. But there's also a lot of gangs in Chicago, and YouTubing and gangs just don't really combine too well. Living in a place like there's a lot of gangs here, but they don't seem to really. They don't. It's not about like, oh, you can't live stream my hood, all type of thing. You know, it's like we have a lot of gangs here, but they're pretty much at peace. There are a lot of gangs out here, and they're mostly at peace with each other. There's not like Lakewood Ranch is expensive. I know it's ridiculous, and we don't even like it anymore. Like we like actually coming to Sarasota or Bradenton more. We don't even like living in Lakewood Ranch, guys. At first, it was pretty and nice and fancy. But then we realized, like, it's not really practical for us. Look at this little bar hallway. This is pretty cool. Now, this reminds me of being in the Caribbean. This reminds me of Cuba right here. This is how restaurants are in Cuba. They're just out in the open air. That's exactly how restaurants are in Cuba right here. In Cuba, that's exactly how restaurants are at night. The restaurants in Cuba, it's just like a little hallway, a bar facing out, and then people sitting in the middle. I've never seen anything that reminds me more of Cuba than this. This actually reminds me a lot of Cuba. The problem is we need a place that's more affordable and then closer to we have to be in one of the larger cities. I cannot be in a place that doesn't have large cities. Oh crap, got that squat down there. We cannot be in a place that doesn't have large cities. Being near a large city is an absolute must. I mean, now we're in the Tampa metropolitan area, and that's been great for growing our YouTube channel. So we have to be on the outskirts of a metropolitan area, yet affordable. And that's a difficult task to embark on. Fort Lauderdale, Broward County apartments are ridiculously expensive. And most of the gangs over there are Haitians. They don't seem to bother Cubans. They kind of like don't bother you. I've never really had a gang problem in Bradenton. Never really had a problem with gangs in Fort Lauderdale. There's a lot of gangs, but they don't really go after Cubans. So they're having fun. They're playing the guitar.
Really? We charge for pictures?
I'll have to stay outside then. Awesome vibes, y'all. Awesome vibes. I wish we had more than an hour for today's video. I really do. Unless I can find parking somehow. I didn't realize the vibes here were so cool. This is awesome. These are some really cool vibes. Really are. They've been going on a coconut planting expedition, which I suggested on my YouTube channel. Like, we need some coconut trees out here. They sure did it. But there's like, it's weird. This place is actually pretty awesome. In Bradenton Beach, you can actually buy a house here for under $1 million on the island. How do you walk that way? This place is not set up for walking very well. So, like, be really careful if you're walking. Cool vibes, man. First time walking through here. This place is this is awesome. I've driven through here a lot, but I've never really hung out here at night. Vibes are great. I needed this for my soul right now. This is awesome. It reminds me of being in Cuba, actually. This is exactly what being in Cuba feels like at night. I feel like I'm back in Cuba. And a giant pink flamingo. Yeah, we thought about Pensacola, more affordable. The Florida Panhandle is definitely on the radar. There's one problem with the Florida Panhandle. and it's the proximity to Alabama and the people that want to hurt us in Alabama. But I think the real problem with the Florida Panhandle is the proximity to Alabama. We got some really bad people in Alabama, and that's too close to Alabama. I don't want to be near Alabama. There's a lot of people there that want to hurt us. We got a Mexican light up thingy here. As you guys can see, live music everywhere. We thought about Atlanta. It's too expensive though. North of Atlanta's a possibility. Cartersville. That's just woofing, bro. No, no, it's not woofing. We actually had in the 1 year that we were up there, in a 1 year period, I had four situations that were gun related. So it wasn't woofing. It was really gonna happen. They just killed 3 people in Montgomery. You guys didn't watch the news? 3 people just got killed in Montgomery. Alabama, there's a lot of African American gangs, and there's a lot of racism, and they prey on minorities up there. So like, what happens in Alabama is like, if you're a minority, the gangs come and they rob you, but when the gangs come and rob you, the cops don't really do anything about it. So, you know, like, the gangs can come and they can rob you and hurt you, and then the cops won't do anything about it. So you're constantly getting robbed, and if you're not getting robbed, then you're at gunpoint with people that are trying to rob you, which is never fun either. It just isn't worth it. Like, there's always somebody trying to rob you in Alabama. Alabama has the 3rd highest homicide rate in the United States. Louisiana, Mississippi lead the country in homicide, so it's the most dangerous place you can live in America. Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama are the 3 most dangerous states to live in, especially if you're Asian or Hispanic, because the cops, if the African American gangs try to rob you, the cops, when you try to file a police report, they tell you that you're an illegal. It doesn't matter. You can show them your papers. The cops will spit on your papers and tell you you're an illegal or whatever. And then what are you going to do? You can't really file a police report if you get victimized. So like, at some point, you're just like, it's not worth it because you're getting robbed all the time. Like, in the time that I was in Alabama, I can think of at least 4 instances where I literally had to pull a gun on somebody, and one incident I actually had to do something crazy. So it wasn't really worth being in a place where you're constantly at gunpoints with people. And once they got it out for you, they have like little criminal networks, and one criminal tells the next thing you know, like, the whole city's flipped on you and everybody's trying to kill you everywhere you go. It's just not worth it. I'm not going to live in a place like that, you know. But that's really the situation in Alabama. You have the 3rd highest homicide rate in the country. It's not worth living there. We've thought about leaving the United States. The problem is, as messed up as things are here, it's worse in other places. I don't really want to leave the United States. Puerto Rico is too small. Dominican Republic is too dangerous. I've had family in the Dominican Republic, and they've told me what life was like there. I had a family in the Dominican Republic, and they were really well off over there. They had a house by the water, and they had cars and motorcycles and everything. Like, they were economically doing really well. They had a great job and everything. Like, they were doing great in the Dominican Republic, but then they cut his ear off. Somebody tried to steal his motorcycle, and he fought back. One day he was just driving home from work at night, and somebody jumped off another motorcycle and put a knife to his ear to take his motorcycle, and he pulled out a knife back on them, and then they both stabbed each other, and he lost half his ear. My uncle, he's here in the United States now. He says he would rather work here like a slave than be rich in the Dominican Republic, because in the Dominican Republic, yeah, buddy, that Bama right there. There's so many people from Alabama. Look, these people, they got the Bama on the front of the truck right there. They got the Bama on the front of the GMC. A lot of people from Alabama over here. A lot of people from Alabama are moving to Florida. A lot, especially this area here. The amount of people that have moved from Alabama to Bradenton is insane. Like Sarasota and Bradenton, or especially Bradenton. Bradenton has a lot of Alabama and a lot of Iowa. Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio. But I think the oddity is the Alabamas and the Iowas are really high here. And you know, like, while we were in Alabama, there was great people that we met and helped us like a lot. Like, there were great people in Alabama that helped us a lot. It wasn't that there weren't great people in Alabama. There were people in Alabama that were helping us on a great scale. The problem was that the bad people were so bad that it wasn't worth it. See, this guy's got the Bama in the front of his truck right there. It's a lot of people from Alabama moving over here. He's got the Crimson Tide truck right there. No, it wasn't really worth it, and I don't want to ever live in a place that dangerous ever again. I'm not going to risk my safety for money. I would rather be homeless in Florida or California than live in a place that's dangerous. So you got to find balance between you know, your safety and economy. You can't move to a place that's dangerous to save money. That we've already proven that that's a bad idea. You want to stop by Montgomery? Get off. Go through West Montgomery, bro. Go through West Montgomery. It's a real crap hole over there, bro. When they see your out-of-state tags, if you're driving through Montgomery, if they see out-of-state tags, they'll rob you, bro. Somebody says he's telling the truth. Who is this? Who's telling the truth? I'm just there. What is he saying? I'm just there. I'd buy 3 trailer houses instead of a property in Montgomery. Yeah, there's some. Montgomery is insane. I mean, literally, the year that I lived in Montgomery, the homicide rate was 22 per 100,000. Dude, that is absolutely insane. That's 4 times more dangerous than Los Angeles. Dude, that's insane. Virginia and Maryland have good economies. That's insane, dude. The year we lived in Montgomery, the homicide rate was 42 per 100,000. You good? That's insane. Key West has really gone to crap. The environment is destroyed. There were amazing people in Alabama that we met. I met people in Alabama that were amazing, and they helped us a lot. Powerful people too. We met a lot of really powerful people up there, you know. The problem was just that the bad people were so set on hurting you that it didn't matter how many good people were on your side. The bad people were always more powerful. You know, like when I was up there, I got to meet the mayor of Tallahassee. He's pretty cool. That they wiped him off the map though. Okay, we don't stop for pedestrians now. Unbelievable. We got to meet the mayor of Tallahassee, and he became my friend. Unfortunately, they gave him some. I don't think he actually did what they're accusing him of doing, and if he did it, I don't think it matters if he did it or not. I think they were just trying to wipe him off the map because he was actually doing great things for Alabama. I can't believe. I mean, this guy, not because he was my friend or anything, but he really did good things up there, you know. He did great things for that community, and I've never really had friends that are politicians. It just worked out that we met and everything worked out. I don't give a crap what his, you know, he was, I'm pretty sure he was a Republican. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess he was a Republican. We were great friends, man. Like, he was actually like a powerful politician there and mayor of a city. That guy, everybody knew him. He gave me his business card. He said, Jose, if you ever have any problems anywhere in Alabama, in this area over here, Montgomery, Eclectic, Titus, these are little backwoods places where if you don't know the right people, you are in a world of trouble if something happens to you in those places. those places, if something happens to you in, like, let's say Eclectic, Alabama, or, you know, Deatsville, Slap Out, all those little country towns, if you got a problem and something happens, boy, you better know the right people. And let me tell you, bro, everybody that I ran into when I told him I was friends with that guy, they were like, wow, like the whole community held this guy in the highest esteem possible. This guy was like a hometown hero. And then they trumped him up on some charges. You know, they said he beat his wife or something. I to this day question whether he actually did it or not. And even if he did it, I think they used this they were going to get rid of him. I don't know why they were going to get rid of him, but they were definitely going to get rid of him. But he was a solid dude, man. Like, he really, I hope it didn't have to do with me. I hope it didn't have to do with me, you know, because he did kind of stand up for me. And I don't really know. Alabama's a very mysterious place. You never really know where things are coming from. Alabama, it's like there's people that are really powerful up there, and like they can get, it's like the cartels in Mexico, you know? They can make you disappear. It's like that in Alabama. Like, you can get power or you can disappear. It's just by somebody sits in a room, in a dark room, and says, this guy's gone. And it doesn't matter who you are, you're gone, man. Like, you would think that, you know, me being a YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers, that they would be afraid of doing those things to me, but they weren't. They literally were not afraid to go after me as a YouTuber, which is insane, because you figure with as much following as I got, that they wouldn't do that. They're not afraid. They have a lot of power and impunity, really. Triple J, who's Triple J? Triple J, we got Triple J out here. Triple's from Jackson. Looks like a humbled Delray Beach. Yeah, good vibes there too. You have not experienced racism in Indiana? My goodness. Well, what happens is you might be in a really rural white area. like in Alabama, like there's this place called Eclectic, like way out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, like these are like 99% white areas. They're really isolated from society. Like, it's not really even about your race, it's who you know and crap. Like, I feel like the real problem in Alabama was that we were in Millbrook, and in Millbrook, it's a Klan town. And a lot of those people from Millbrook, they really hate Cubans because they're really Floridians that moved up there they were from down here, and the Cubans ran them out. So they just have like this, they just really, really hate Cubans. Like they have it out for Cubans. Because I met this one lady. Actually, I was friends with a cop. Not friends, but like friends wouldn't be the right word. I worked for a police officer in the Millbrook Police Department. And dude, they were from Hialeah originally, so, you know, Americans from Hialeah, they don't really like Cubans. They literally got ran out of Florida by Cubans, so they don't really have the fondest sentiments for Cubans. Now, I don't know if that guy, probably he was a nobody there. I don't know. That's the thing about Alabama. Like, you got people up there that are just really, it's small town rule. You know, it's really small town rule, and a lot of those people, like, I remember one time I was at the mall, and I was getting like a jacket or something at the mall in Montgomery, and the lady there was a white woman from Hialeah, and boy, did she hate Cubans. She was like, I hope you're not all coming over here now. I was like, wow, like you could just see the hate in this woman's eyes for Cubans. With reason. Cubans ran them out of Florida. Like, Cubans took Florida, like South Florida. So, you know, the Americans that are from there, they're going to have their strong feelings about Cubans. The problem with Hawaii is that it's actually the most expensive place to live anywhere. You talk about Florida and California, let's not forget Hawaii. Hawaii is just extreme. More ridiculous than Florida. And it's too small. I got to be in a place that's bigger. I would love to live in Hawaii, but I would have to be really wealthy to be able to pull it off. Talking about Hawaii, here's a story from you. For you, not from you. Yeah, there's... Talking about Hawaii, here's another squatted truck over here. Squatted truck over there. So, when I lived in Montgomery, I worked for a military personnel. And I used to go inside one of the military bases to work a lot. I was doing like civilian work. You know, I had that hauling service. And one of my customers lived inside the base. And it was a very high-ranking official from Hawaii. This person was like really like... now, I'm a civilian, so I told her, like, look, I don't know the rules about the military. I'm a civilian. And I wasn't in there. I was just hauling away furniture for a lady. And she was really high-ranking. I mean, like, everybody would, like, bow to her, like, would raise their arm. And, like, it was a lady from Hawaii. And she was very high-ranking. Like, she was... like, I don't know, like, I don't really know what their ranks are, but yeah, she was definitely like super high ranking because all the people in the base were like, she told me like, I'm like, you could just tell like by the way people treated her that she wasn't like a regular military person. In fact, they gave her an entire house, and I don't mean like a regular house. It was like, oh, what's up, Plies? Yo, what's up, Plies? What happening, Wody? Not Plies. Okay, never mind. I have no idea because I don't know anything about the military. But like when soldiers would walk by, they would like lift their arm for her to her and whatever. I don't know what you call that. And this lady ended up she had a whole house to herself in the military base. And she told me that even though she's a high-ranking military official, when she went into Montgomery, because she was like Hawaiian, so she was like really, not black, but like brown, like really, really brown. She was like Hawaiian Pacific Islander type of looking lady. And she would be like, she told me that when she went into Montgomery, she had to take like 3 or 4 people to escort her because they would assault her or like or they would not serve her at restaurants and stuff. Like, they would treat her really bad. Yeah. Like, they would really, like, treat her bad. She said, like, when she went to Montgomery, they couldn't even get off the base by herself. She said she couldn't leave the base by herself because, like, it wasn't safe for her to leave the base by herself. And this is like somebody who inside the military base had a 2-story house to themselves. And you know the military doesn't give you luxuries. But anyways, it was weird. Like, even people that were in the military were afraid to go off base if they were like, you know, from another like ethnicity or something. Brian Laundrie. Oh, don't get me started on that guy. I'm not going to talk about Brian Laundrie, but I will tell you that I did hear the inside story on him from a very credible source, and it's, don't ever believe what you hear on the news, man. Like, the news, it's all lies. Because, like, with the whole Brian Laundrie situation, the guy who did it, right? Let me see how I can word this. I can't tell you what I know because it'll make me a target. But anyways, the news, the guy's family, they're friends with law enforcement. So anything that's coming, anything that's coming from the news or law enforcement, it doesn't have credibility. It doesn't have credibility because they are like the Laundrie family. Like, those people they're friends with the cops. You know, those people, they go way back. So, you know, they're not exactly... I had a homeless person who lived nearby and told me, like, the whole deal. And then I ran into another person that lived across the street from where it happened practically. What's your opinion on Utah? I personally love it. Juan Vaque gives us our first super chat today. Utah is analytically a great state to live. I've never been to Utah, but I've talked to a lot of people that live in Utah, and the scope is, if you're not one of them, you're an outsider. So, like, if you're even trying to get a job, they discriminate people who are not religious. Which doesn't... Oh, that truck looks good, man. A little bit of squat going on. That truck looks good. It's a good-looking truck. Entonces, what I hear about Utah from the people that I've met that have lived there, they've told me that in Utah, if you just simply are not their religion, they discriminate you all the time. Like, they treat you like you're second class. And that sounds about right for religious people, to treat others as insignificant. So that's not a far stretch to believe. No, there's a lot of Mexicans there, and keep in mind that the Mormons they're Americans and they're also Mexicans. So the Mormons are split between the U.S. and Mexico. I gotta find out about the parking situation. Let me see if I can talk to the cops real quick, because the last time I came out here, they gave me a ticket. Let me see if I can figure this out. See, like, here's what's wrong about my back. Okay, so you guys saw that I walked, right? Now, I sat down for like a little minute. Now, when I go back to walking again, I can't really walk fast when I start walking. Like, I have to like crab walk almost. My back is still messed up. Like, once I get going, I'm going. But if I like sit down for a long period of time, when I try to walk again, then I have to like crab walk, since I got hurt and that surgery and everything. So that's the deal in Utah, bro. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Keep in mind that there's a lot of Mormons. They're out west, and they're also in Mexico. So there's Mexican Spanish-speaking Mormons too. So I don't think they're racist. And there's a lot of Mexicans in Utah. The problem with Utah is, like I said, I hear that the incomes and jobs are kind of some way or another dictated by religion in some way or another, which doesn't sound surprising. Yeah, you know, I don't think Mormons are a cult. I feel like, well, they have a religious leader, which is kind of the first step to being considered a cult, is having a religious leader like that. But I hope they don't demonetize us for this conversation. But they're so big, and they're so, like, I don't think that's a fitting term, because they're so big and there's so many of them. Like, every one of us has seen them and they'll talk to you. I think that word is better designated for people that won't talk to you. Yo, 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 yo! That word is more designated, I think, to people that are more secretive. I don't think they're secretive at all. I've talked to Mormons, they'll talk to you. And they go out trying to find other people to believe what they believe. So they're not like seclusive. And I think that word kind of would almost push you towards seclusive. But let's get off religion. And it's like, we have Amish here in Sarasota. In the Amish, keep in mind too, okay, be careful with slapping that word on anybody, because, okay, they're also an ethnicity. Okay, so when you're dealing with an ethnicity, when your ethnicity and your religion are the same, it's probably not prudent to just go ahead and call them a cult. If your ethnicity, if your religion comes from your ethnicity, it's not really proper to call it a cult, because it's not like you joined some secret thing. It's who you are as a person. So I think it's kind of disrespectful to just slap that on somebody. Like, we got the Amish here, but like crazy. The Amish, I've never really talked directly to the Amish. Oh, I have a few times. Normal stuff. Like, I was at the beach one time, and I forgot my GoPro stuck on the back of my car. and I was dragging my little beach cart, and I had her like scramble back to the car to get my GoPro, and there was a bunch of Amish people, and they were cracking up at me, and they were like, "What else did you forget?" It was funny, and it's just a small interaction with the Amish. I've hung out in the Amish neighborhood more than once. I've actually spent a lot of time in the Amish neighborhood, and the neighbors tell me that they're great neighbors. Like, there's absolutely zero crime concern. I guess the Amish, they don't really bother anybody, okay? So guys, so what we're doing right now is we need to find parking. I have a parking spot, but it expires at 10. After 10 o'clock, you'll get a ticket for parking here. Now, in the past, I've already got a ticket for this, so I don't want to get another ticket for the same thing. And here in Bradenton Beach, they only accept cash. Isn't that interesting? If you get a parking ticket here in Bradenton Beach, they only accept cash. Doesn't that make you want to scratch your head and wonder who's really keeping that money? Doesn't it? Really? If you get a parking ticket here in Bradenton Beach, the only way you can pay is cash. Doesn't that make you wonder if somebody's stealing that money? I wouldn't doubt it. Manatee County is very corrupt. Manatee County, it feels corrupt. And you hear stories like there's a commissioner here who got arrested, and they got him on video and everything. It's like undeniable. They caught a commissioner stealing a plant from somebody's backyard, out of all things. Let me try to talk to the cops, because see all these people here? Oh crap. See, we're parked over here, but all these cars are technically gonna get a ticket. Once it's 10 o'clock, all these cars are gonna get a ticket. I gotta drink some water, guys. Hold on. I got my water jug right here. Got my water right here. I'm trying to drink a gallon of water a day, and I'm not doing really well at it. Hold on, y'all. I need a water break. Let me see if I can get a... Let me talk to the cops that are here and see if they'll give me a ticket for parking. Because last time I parked over here, I got a ticket. And I got the distinct feeling as soon as... Or we can just hang out here. This isn't really the fun spot to hang out, though. What do you guys think we should do? Yeah, pricks. Well, I've tried since I've moved here. I had to press charges in Sarasota and Bradenton County for the YouTube stalkers. And in both counties, let me try to go talk to the cops and see what they'll say about parking over here, because it says after 10 p.m. you can't park here. But come on, we could try to park in the main strip. I just don't know if we'll be able to. I wouldn't mind hanging out here for a few hours, really, but we got to be able to find parking. Let's go talk to the cops and see what we can do. Let's see what they tell us. I could hang out here by the car, and if I see the cops, see all these people here, technically all these people here are going to get tickets at 10 o'clock. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 16 vehicles parked here. And I actually got a ticket here. So I hope they don't do it. Let me go find out. But what I found interesting when I got my parking ticket here is that they wanted cash. And they didn't have change, by the way. So they owe me $5. They only cash. Come on, tell me that's not a red flag. That's a red flag to me. Or, if somebody's watching this live stream when you leave, let me take your spot. Or some of your parking ticket. We got to figure something out. See, that's one thing that will definitely screw up a touristy area. Not having enough parking, or police people giving people tickets. Oh, and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. And this is the absolute most horrendous thing about it. Not only do they give you a ticket and it's cash, but on top of that, you have to go in and pay it in person. You can't even send it in the mail. If that doesn't sound like a gimmick to me, I don't know what. It's definitely sketchy. See, there's even people parked over here. Some people have even parked over here. Look at this. Look how many people are parked over here. But let me talk to the cops and see if we can figure this out. Because there's 15 cars there. So you figure 15 times 80, they're making a good $1,200 a night here. Just off of those 15 parking spots. Let me talk to the cops and see what they tell me. Because I think it's kind of shady for them to just line up. Here, this is pay by plate, but I don't even have any money on me right now. Is it by credit card? I could park over here. Let me see how much is it? Okay, so there's parking over here. How much does it cost? How much? Oh my, look at that. $15 an hour. $15 an hour. No. So ¿dónde es caro? $15 an hour. That is absolutely criminal. No, what? You're better off paying a ticket. ¿Qué cosa? $15 an hour. See, those are the types of things that actually hurt your community. I feel like these people got this whole thing rigged up over here, man. There's some shady crap happening in the background here in Manatee County, bro. Let me ask the cops what they say about parking by the beach. Because it's not even marked. But maybe we should just watch them give people tickets. And because it's not marked over there. So the trap is, it's not even marked over there. Give me a second, y'all. 50, so I got 10 more minutes. I got 10 more minutes before they can give me a ticket. It'd be great to just watch them give people tickets. Just sit there and follow them around as they're giving people tickets. Bro, un descaro. You know what it is? You get a ticket. And then they're like, well, you have to pay it cash. And well, you have to pay it in person. And they won't even give you a receipt. And if they give you a receipt, like I insisted on getting a receipt. And the receipt that they gave me, it wasn't even like a real receipt. It was just a piece of paper. And they wrote 85 on it and my name. Which is like, really? They are definitely stealing that money. There's no doubt about it. But that's the thing about governments, dude. Like, people actually... There's somebody making a crap load of money. There's somebody making $1,000 a night, you know? There's somebody making $1,000 a night here. Just off parking tickets, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's making $1,000 a night, and a cop is probably getting half of that for doing it, you know? There's got to be some illegalities. Because can you imagine a place where they're handing out that many tickets? The signs don't even exist, by the way. These signs are not posted anywhere. Let me see if you can park here. I'll ask. Hey, officer. I parked my vehicle. I'm doing a live stream. I parked my vehicle. You notice those 15 parking spots on this side of the booth facing the beach on Golf?
15, where, sir? Where are you talking about?
On Golf.
Where on Golf, though? Golf's 7 miles up the island.
The first little spot, you know? The first little bit.
Are you talking down by the Coquina Park? Or down
right here, just right here. So there's a roundabout, right?
Yeah.
You go that way, and then there's the bus stop there.
Right.
And on this side of it, there's like maybe...
Cortez Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's spots there. Now, at 10 o'clock, after 10 o'clock, you get a ticket for parking there?
the park, those are county parks.
Yeah.
We contract for our city department. The county closes those parks at 10 o'clock.
Right.
10 a.m. till 6. Well, usually 6 a.m. they start.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So, technically, in about 10 minutes, then if I stay there, I'll get a ticket.
Well,
I could get a ticket.
We don't usually mess with them until around midnight.
Okay.
Usually at least after 11, but I would say there's stuff opening up down here. Where are you at?
I'm literally, my truck is parked
Where are
literally.
you trying to go to?
I just want to hang out here and
Park
be
on
here.
Bridge Street. You
Which
can park
street?
here. This Bridge Street here or in here. This is open park.
I can park right here?
Yeah, it's getting late, so all these spots are open. You can park
Okay.
here. Anything but these 3 spots right here.
Okay.
Those are reserved 24 hours a day for the post office.
Gotcha. But I can park there.
Yeah, you're not supposed to stay overnight here, but if for some reason
No, I'm just live streaming. I'm
say
not.
if you have a couple cocktails, you want to leave your car.
Yeah.
We're the night guys. We're not going to mess with because there's no.
Okay.
We don't have an official.
Because I parked.
The problem is the county rules the parks. We
Yeah.
just have to force their ordinances.
Okay.
But no, you're fine. Come down to Bridge
Yeah,
Street.
I'll drive
park
over
right
here.
here.
Gotcha.
And then nobody will bother. This is
They gave me
property, but
they gave me an $85 ticket.
Who did?
Uh,
we don't write 85. Ours are 70.
75.
Is there 75 for the county city ones? These private lots are $20 an hour. Stay out of those.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, you don't need to go in there.
Yeah.
We've got plenty of parking over by our police department too on Highland Ave.
Okay.
Our whole hill there. It's a weekend. You can park there. Technically, that's to do after midnight, but we don't enforce it. People that fish on the bridge park there all night.
Gotcha.
But no, you're good now. Just get away from
I'll
that
try to
park.
come in here.
Get everything away from the park, and you won't have any problems after 10.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try to come for these real quick. Thank you, officer.
Yeah, these will be open. And like I said, anything on Bridge Street here,
Yeah.
because it's not going to be that busy. Now, this busy as it's going to get, because at 10 o'clock, all the live music stops, so a lot of these will open back up.
Okay, cool.
So by 10 o'clock, you're going to have a ton of parking here, but these will be open. And over here on the side of this building,
Yeah.
here, you can park behind the post office. That's all public parking.
Right here.
Yep, behind there. Yep. Yep, awesome.
All these back in there.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, officer. I'll go for that.
Yeah, get off the park, though, because we can't control the park that's
Yeah.
about a
Yeah, they gave me, it was 75, 95. I'm sorry, it was $75.
Yeah, our tickets here are 75. I'm
Yeah.
on duty tonight, working a detail for the street.
Yeah.
But no, that's your best bet. Come down here and nobody's going to bother you. You
Thank
can
you,
go fishing, you can
officer.
park by the pier too. They're all the way up by the pier.
Yeah.
All the way up there is public parking up till.
What if you wanna
You can fish all night too. 24
I do
hours a day.
fishing a lot.
Yeah, just don't do it in the park. Actually, you can go in the park and fish at night on this side of the road. 'Cause they start closing gates on the south end.
Yeah.
But if you stay on this side, down by the seawall where the intercoastal is, where it's called Longboat Pass or Longboat Bridge.
Yeah.
You can stay there and fish all night. You can
So when I get to Coquina Beach, anything on this side.
on the left-hand side.
Yeah,
you
like
can only
fish.
get into one area
Yeah.
where the boat ramp is. In the
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean,
South
yeah.
Boat ramp. Yep.
Gotcha.
And you can go all the way down to where the bridge is, because under the bridge is a chain link fence.
Yeah.
Or a gate that they close. You'll see other people down there fishing. You can actually park there and walk up onto the bridge and fish too.
Gotcha.
So there's good fish.
I do a lot of fishing and I do a lot of metal detecting in the summer.
Huh?
I do metal
Do you
detecting
do
at
like
night.
a podcast or something?
Yeah, I got 128 people watching.
All right, man.
You want to say hi? I'm going to turn on you.
Peace.
I'm sorry.
Peace from the police department. We
Thank
love
you. Thank
Bradenton,
you.
Florida.
Thank you, officer.
Come visit us.
That's what we're trying to
We
do.
love it, man.
I got
We're-
100.
We're all about tourism, man.
I
Come
got
out here.
130 some people watching.
That's awesome.
But, you know, like if I'm the podcaster and I'm struggling to find parking spots
Yeah.
and I see $20 an hour or $15 an hour, that's disappointing.
Those are for more like season time when it gets so busy out here.
Yeah.
Hang on, man. I'll give you one of our bracelets, man.
Awesome. Thank you,
Officer
officer.
Tom, man.
Thank you.
Here you go.
I moved
Might
up
not
here.
fit you. They're made for kids right now. We don't have too many adults. Get any kids?
Thank you. No kids.
All right,
I got a
well,
wife.
That's it. Here. Take a pink one for the wife.
Thank you, officer. Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Yeah.
What's up? My name's Tom, man.
Thank you, officer.
Yeah, you guys need
I
something.
really
Like I said, come
appreciate
down.
it.
Just tell them to stay away from those. Look around. You'll always find places to park. Those leather
Yeah.
lots are people in a hurry, don't care, or have a lot of money or
Yeah. Just,
Like my family comes out, you can all park by the police department.
Yeah.
City Hall. Half this lot behind here is public parking.
City Hall is too?
City Hall's open, and especially on the
Gotcha.
weekends, 24, like basically
Gotcha.
up till midnight. All by the police department. You'll see everything's not marked with private lots.
Yeah.
The private lots have signs that have those machines.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that stuff. There's probably 150 parking spots around here you have to worry about. You'll
Right.
find one. If you give it 5 minutes, somebody's gonna leave.
Yeah.
People are in and out of them.
Because I,
Live music stops at 10, so a lot of this stuff's gonna open up now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I live in Lakewood Ranch, and
All right, yeah,
I moved up here after Hurricane Ian.
Okay. Where are you from? You're down
Naples,
South
Fort Myers.
I was gonna say you got hit down there bad. Charlie, right?
Yeah.
Ripped Captive Island in half.
Yeah.
Buddy lived down there.
I,
We got a lot of people up there from your neck of the woods.
yeah, we moved up here because Fort Myers got so bad, it wasn't worth staying
Yeah, my
there.
chief, his family, he's got some family down there and stuff. Estero, that area.
Yeah, that's where I'm from, Bonita, Naples.
Yeah, I had a vet down there, 100 miles. It was $100 from my front door to that front door. I love it down there. That
Yeah.
area used to be. Fort Myers Beach was one of the terrifying, like this place used to be 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming a destination again.
Yeah.
Big money down there, man.
I didn't like it. I feel like people here in Bradenton are more down to earth.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm from the north.
They're so
There's no place I've
snobby.
ever
They're
lived.
so snobby in Naples.
Yeah. Well,
And I was getting like I'm Hispanic and I was getting a lot of profiling down there, especially since I grew up.
Well,
law.
you're a millionaire down there. There's a lot of
Yeah,
retired
like
money.
if you don't like, if your car's not brand new.
Yeah, if you're not in the club. I hear you.
It was,
my wife's grandparent retired. He was a judge and a state police chief up north.
yeah,
And he ran I don't know if the Promenade is still there, that big building called the Promenade. It's a real ritzy place.
yeah,
And I was down there with a 2-year-old car, and I was getting looks like I didn't even belong there.
yeah,
In law enforcement time, we drove in, and people were like, security harassed me. I'm like,
yeah.
dude, I'm on the job in Florida.
Yeah.
They were just like, they didn't care.
St. Johns County is in Collier County.
Yeah,
They have the lowest crime rates in the state, but they also have a lot of police profiling.
really.
And I got tired of it. Like, it was like,
I've been doing this for 30 years, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's cops like that in every field, man, but I'll tell you what, the good cops, like I consider
yeah.
myself.
Well, here in
decades,
Bradenton,
we weed the problems out. If there's a problem, it doesn't last long,
yeah.
man.
Like in
You don't put up
Bradenton,
with
it's
that.
like I've been doing stupid stuff and they don't bother me. Like, it's just, they don't bother you here.
You treat people the way you want your family to be treated. That's why I
Right.
look at it. My son's, is in their 20s. My daughter's 19, and God willing, they stay out of trouble. But you know what? I was a kid once. I know what it's like, and kids still have to have fun.
Yeah.
I don't condone them breaking laws, of course, but kids are going to be kids. You have to
Yeah.
use discretion and be nice, because I believe in karma, man. So I'm a big believer in karma and integrity. So you got to have both.
Yeah, my wife just got her real estate license and she got it suspended.
She's in the right place though for that.
Well, they suspended her license. She couldn't
down
make
in Naples?
here in Bradenton.
For what?
Couldn't make any sales. Like, we just stopped paying the fees. It was like,
But why would they suspend? Oh, because you're not current.
you got to pay. It's like $3,000 a year.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, you got to pay.
Just to be a member?
They got to pay the MLS.
To sell real estate, you have to pay $3,000 a year?
Roughly, yeah.
Wow,
They're-
I didn't know
look-
that. I thought it was like free.
No.
I thought once you got your license, you
No,
paid
no,
all
no.
this.
Look, the MLS is $620 every 6 months.
I'm selling my mom's house right now. I didn't even know any of this stuff.
Okay, the MLS is $620, I think, or $670 every 3 months, every 6 months.
Is that why the commissioner charged me like almost $30,000 for this company?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
You have to pay monthly, like to your broker.
Mhm.
She was with Keller Williams, and they were charging her $120, I think, a month.
Now Keller Williams, is that like on the uppity?
Yeah, fancy.
They're kind of like Sotheby, whatever that place is
Yeah,
called.
they're up there.
All right.
Well, so that's another $1,400 a year.
Whew.
And wait, there's more.
Yeah, if you're not selling stuff, where are you supposed to get that money from? Pull it out of your head?
I was funding it with my YouTube, but I can't do it anymore. It's like it was like
$3,000 a year just to be a member?
just to be a, and then you have your 500 to be a member of the
What are they justifying these fees on? What does that go to? Does it give her anything?
They make
Did they give her
money.
sales? Did they give her, I mean,
No,
give her
no, no,
leads?
no.
That's just to have a
Okay,
card. Just
your broker charges you $120.
I got you.
Now I have my sister's a realtor in Fort Myers.
I considered taking my license one time, but I'm not considering it anymore. This was some years ago. But
No, okay.
you
So,
wanna retire, but maybe not now.
well, that's not even everything. That's just some of it.
Wow, dude.
Your broker will charge you. Keller Williams charges her, I think, $120 a month.
A month?
A month. So that's already a $1,300, right?
Just to say you're a member of Keller Williams?
To work for them, right?
Oh, my
For them to hold your license every month.
So you have to pay them to sell for them.
To hold your license.
That's, okay.
Then you have to pay the multiple listing service.
MLS, yeah.
And then you have to pay the Sarasota Metropolitan Real Estate Association.
Okay.
Because each municipality, now for example in Fort Myers,
Sounds like politics. Wow, man.
in Fort Myers, for example in Fort Myers,
That's Lee County,
Lee
right?
County and Collier,
Okay, Collier, right?
their MLS doesn't force you to pay a fee. But
Okay.
Sarasota and Bradenton,
Yeah.
it's called whatever the crap.
Minnesota?
Whatever they call it, yeah, that thing.
The Sarasota Metropolitan Society.
I think it's like $550
What's that?
$550 a year
To be,
to
part
be
of
a
that.
member of that, and that's required by your
You
broker.
have to be a member.
Yeah, you have to.
Jeez, man.
Because the
I
Sarasota,
thought once you had your real estate license, if you're such a broker, you could sell anywhere in the state.
yeah, you can,
But
but
you have to be out of a location.
you still have to have
a home base.
you still have to have a home base,
You
and
couldn't
like,
you couldn't keep yourself like at a Collier and not have those fees and then still come up here?
well, no, because your address,
Okay. So it goes by
and
zip
she's
code.
going to be trying to sell here.
Okay.
Like she could technically sell something down there,
Right. to
but
the
then she
MLS.
would have to pay the MLS
So if I understand that correctly, that's an acronym for multiple
listing
listings?
service.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. I wasn't
Okay,
positive.
so, but
I'm running
then
this trying to sell my mom's house.
getting her real estate license,
Okay.
the course was like $300 or $400. It wasn't a lot. It was
Gotcha.
insignificant.
Gotcha.
But then you have to take your state test. I think the state test was $500
Like
twice.
a state board?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have what's continual learning.
Is this something that's newer? Because my dad, he's passed away.
They're
7
making it
years ago.
harder.
In the 90s, he got his real estate license. I don't remember all those fees.
Yeah.
He made it sound like it was so inexpensive. And my
No,
dad
no,
was
no, no.
frugal.
It's complicated, and it's getting worse because now
Everybody wants to do it.
you have to have a new contract with when you're going to represent somebody. There's like a bunch of new laws. Like we
Okay.
didn't even. They have
Plus,
continual
didn't
learning.
the governor just put something? In fact, I just read that they can't have the 6% thing is illegal now for the commission. They have to cut it in half or something, 3% maximum.
Right, yeah.
Is that, am I correct in the way I
It's
deciphered
so
that?
complicated that we sat down, and she's a realtor, and try to figure it out.
Yeah.
And the best thing we can come up with is that nothing changes except for that the buyer can negotiate a lower commission.
The buyer.
But so like if you're the buyer,
Right, just the buyer.
you go to your realtor and say, okay, you're going to represent me.
Right.
But
so they can work it out amongst each other
Yeah.
and agree to it, like a contract.
but what realtor is actually going to do
No,
that?
of course not.
It's
Why
not
would
going to
you want
happen.
of what you're earning.
Right.
Wow.
So
man.
what they've done
I
is,
thought there was all this money in real estate.
let's say me and you, right? If me and you were buying a house, it might be $300,000 or $400,000.
Yep.
Okay, so the overhead is really high for real estate now.
Right, because
What
the
the-
interest rates are so high too.
Right. What the governor did is he made the overhead even higher. So people like me and you are actually getting screwed really bad.
I couldn't if I
No.
had a house now, I wouldn't be able to live here.
If you're buying a $10 million house,
Right.
the overhead is actually insignificant.
Yeah, because you have that kind of money.
Right.
It's like-
And then they will be able to negotiate.
Sure.
Because if I come, I'm buying a $5 million house, you're only getting 1%.
I'll take 1%.
They'll take it. But if you're buying a $300,000 house, then the answer
after
is
all
no.
the fees and stuff, that's you're not going to get a lot out of it.
So basically, what this new law did, from my perspective, is it made it easier for rich people to buy,
Sure.
and
poor
it made
people
it harder for poor people.
So basically, they're keeping us out. The guys, I don't think there's much middle class anymore.
Yeah.
I
But then
consider myself middle class. Now I think I'm like upper lower class for what stuff costs.
I'm gonna be homeless class soon.
I'm telling you, hey, my brother's like he's the same way. He's kind of disabled and he can't get anything.
Yeah.
And his wife works for the state. They've had 2% raise like once the last 5. I mean, it's horrible. What she's making with a master's degree, I'm like, I shake my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
but the benefits are good and they have a child, so it's like, but like you said, they're like one paycheck away from homelessness, and I'm like, I get it, man.
What angers
I
me-
support a family of 4 on my check.
What angers me is like when I see people that
Those are my
are.
days off. I'm working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What angers me is when I see people that are elderly and they're
Well,
homeless.
I hate our veterans. It burns my. These people fought for our freedom, and if I'm constantly giving our homeless
Yeah.
out here. Everybody's looking at why are you feeding these? I say why? So number one, I'm feeding him a vet. So he's a veteran, so I don't even care. I mean, he's got to have it. As long as he's not buying drugs in front of me, I'm bringing him food. I'm bringing him blankets. I'm bringing him shoes. All the stuff my kids grew up. I brought so much stuff out.
Let me park and I'm gonna come right back.
All right, man.
I'll be back. I'm gonna catch up with
All
you.
right,
I like talking
What's
to you.
your name?
Jose Rodriguez.
All right, man. Tom.
Southern Life on YouTube.
Southern
Life.
All right, my son's a big YouTube follower.
Southern
I'll have
Life.
he's getting me back.
Let me park over here and I'll catch up
All
with
right,
you in a
man,
minute.
I'll be
All right. Yeah. Let's get the car out of the way before they tow it or just give me a ticket. We'll be back. Really nice conversation with an officer. Hello, everybody. Hello. Now, later on at night, people are going to get a little crazier because they've been drinking. They leave the bars drinking. Sometimes people make this horrible perception, both about homeless people and officers. Everybody is human. We're all human. We're all the same. We all have our challenges and difficulties. And sometimes it's just people get a wrong perception. We're all the same. We're all people. But even he says he's an officer and he feeds the homeless. Now, if you guys remember, I interviewed a girl. It was a guy and a girl that I interviewed. I can't remember her name. Ashley might have been her name. And she said that one time she was dumpster diving late at night and a Bradenton police officer gave her a $50 bill. Just told her, hey, here's some money, go home. But, and technically, that police officer was supposed to arrest her for dumpster diving because dumpster diving in Florida, it's a crime, right? Technically, if a police officer catches you dumpster diving, he's supposed to arrest you for trespassing. And yes, that's actually a law in Florida. The police officer was supposed to arrest her. This was a girl that I interviewed in Bradenton a while back when I was doing that whole homeless interview series. And this young lady said she ended up, getting caught by a police officer dumpster diving. He was supposed to technically arrest her. And what he did is he gave her a $50 bill. So, police officers, they're people just like me and you. And if you are respectful, if you respect them, you're kind, you're courteous, they'll treat you the same way. And police officers, the same things that anger us, anger them. Nobody likes a piece of crap scumbag. I don't. Officers don't. Nobody likes to see homeless people on the streets. I don't. They don't. And this is where I feel like those laws that the governor signed, hey, what's up? Like those laws that the governor signed are going to do absolutely nothing in Florida, because each police officer has their own moral convictions. Each police officer has their own personal moral convictions, and they're not going to start doing something that violates there's laws that don't get enforced. And they don't get enforced because police officers, they're still humans, and they have their moral convictions, and they're not going to, a lot of times I can't tell you how many times I could have been arrested as a kid, and the police officers decided not to arrest me because they felt, once they found out like my mom had cancer and whatever, then they're like, oh, that's loud. Wow. There's always a lot of water rescues here at night. Oh, it's right on the street. Okay. It's not even that far away, guys. This incident is not too far from where we are. Yep. But we're gonna get up out of here. You see people starting to leave. We definitely don't want to get that ticket, so we're gonna keep it moving. That law that the governor of Florida signed, it's not going to get enforced by most police officers. Most police officers have a moral conviction that they're not going to do something that they know is wrong. A lot of laws go unimplemented. So we have a live situation over here now. Let's see what happened. Oh, this is big. We have lots of police. Maybe it's a medical emergency, probably. That's a lot of police, though. What happened, bro? Yeah. We have a few ambulances, so maybe it's just a medical episode. 2 police cars is not enough for it to be a violent incident or anything. We're seeing, 3 police officers. Okay, it might be a medical emergency. We'll keep a good distance here. Maybe a fight or something. Fire rescue. So we have 3 police cars and 2 paramedics. Southern Virginia. Virginia has good incomes, but you have a poor part of Virginia's 3 states in one, if you think about it. That's the weird thing about Virginia, is that Virginia is 3 states in one. Let's go back to the officer we were hanging out with. I would make a great police officer. I probably would, but I'm not interested in being part of anything that you have to carry a gun. I don't want to carry a gun. I mean, I have friends who are cops who have carried guns. Okay. I had a friend in Naples who was a cop. He carried a gun, and he actually ended up having to kill somebody on duty, and he didn't really like it. It bothered him for the rest of his life. Let's go park where we were earlier by that police officer so we don't get our ticket, because here, eventually we will get a ticket for parking over here. We got 2 free police bracelets here for the police department. I'm going to put that in. I'm actually not going to wear them, but I am a collector of memorabilia and weird things. I have a lot of weird stuff I collect, so it's going to go into my personal memorabilia collection. Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's get back over there. Okay, we have a seatbelt on. Thank you guys for hanging out. We got 120 people watching. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me here for a minute. I gotta get my seatbelt on. I can't be distracted with this camera while I'm driving, so give me a minute here. Windows down. Got really dark window tints, so I gotta put my windows down when I'm turning. Let's see here. Hopefully, nobody runs into us. There's nobody coming from that side, and they stopped over here. You gonna let us or no? Not gonna let us. Sean, the golf cart's gonna let us? Nope, they're not. Can I come through? Thanks, man. Okay, the golf cart let us. So what the cops are saying is it's actually the county that has the contracts for these parking spots. So it's kind of independent from like the regular cops over here. But it is kind of a shady practice, you know? $15 to park is absolutely insane. So, wow, it's so hot. It's really hot. Like, I got a headache. And I ate pretty good. I ate Salvadorian. I had a pupusa de queso and a carne asada earlier. All right, guys. So we're gonna try to recover our parking that this police officer told us about. Because I do like to come out here. I'm a night crawler. I don't like. I'll have to revise the video later and listen to where the cop said where you can park for free. Because it seems like some spots will charge you $15 to park and others are free. So, all right, we'll get back over here. I made good friends with a few cops, and there's a bunch of Cuban cops in Sarasota. They're usually working downtown. They're pretty cool to me. Let's see if we can get some of these parking spots right here on this street. Some are marked, some are not. Let's see if we can get over here. We'll be back over here in a minute. We'll see if we can get a parking spot right on this main street here. Okay, so this is like a roundabout here. Stop for pedestrians. And we'll park right in front of this police officer. And we'll get up in here. And so you can park in some of these. And again, this truck is so gigantic. It's absolutely a monstrosity of a vehicle to park. So I'll have to get in there. You guys bear with me. I gotta park. I don't know how I'm gonna get in there. This truck is so big. This truck is an absolute monstrosity. Yes, sir. Guys, give me a minute. I'll be right out. Give me a minute. I'm so tired. Holding this camera is a nightmare. You guys just bear with me. I'm going to drink some more of my water, and then we'll get back to the live stream. I didn't think we were going to be out here this long. Y'all hang out for a minute, y'all. Y'all just hang out for a minute. I'm just going to drink my water real quick. All right, so now we are parked here. Kind of parked too far that way. Let me make sure I'm not blocking the road. We're good. Say hi to officer again. All right. I find it crazy how much.
All right, I got something come up. I'll talk to you, all right? Yeah, sick mother to take care of. I gotta deal with her.
Sorry, officer.
Oh, you're fine.
How much homelessness we have? It's just insane.
Homelessness?
Yeah, in Bradenton. Bradenton.
Downtown. I mean, more so than average. It's gotten a lot. I mean, it's gotten a lot better. I think there's a lot more programs out now and stuff of areas that have improved a lot.
Yeah. Am I gonna be too close to the outside there?
No, you're fine.
All right.
Are you gonna be out here for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit.
I gotta get with him for a few
Thank you,
months.
officer. Have a great night.
Jose, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you, officer. Rodriguez.
I went to high school with Jose
Rodriguez?
Is it a common name, Jose Rodriguez?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I went to high school, played football with Jose.
Jose Rodriguez, very common.
I'm a lot older, though.
Rodriguez Ochoa.
Oh, all right, man.
Thank you, officer.
Nice talking to you.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're going to go for a little walk here. Well, anyways, he is working, so we got to let him work. And, well, beautiful evening out here. It's so hot and humid. It's very hot, very humid. Very calm. Live music has to stop at 10. And I think that makes sense. You know, It's an interesting regulation. But really, after 10, you know, live music, drinking, all that after 10, it really lends itself to debauchery. Let me sit down. My back is killing me. Oh. It kind of lends itself to debauchery. But now, like, you can see the bars on top. People are just chilling, hanging out. Yeah, I think after 10 o'clock, if you're drinking with live music and all that, it kind of lends itself to all types of misappropriation. It just isn't the best. I got a part wrong. My back is killing me. Really is. I did a lot of walking in the last few days on my little fishing trip, so because most wish to try to be above the law. Kind of calm. I guess after 10 o'clock, a lot of people did leave, just like you said. That's a little good detail to know if you're visiting. It's a good vibe. It is so hot. It's just unbearable. Only Steven Seagal is above the law. Apparently, right? Not a bad vibe. They installed coconut trees here recently. You can see there's now coconut trees here. And when these coconut trees get big, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous here. When these coconut trees grow up, these coconut trees are going to be awesome once they get big. More coconut trees will make this place look gorgeous. I'm really happy they went through with the coconut trees. Crack a coconut and hydrate yourself. Right. Grab a machete and slice one open. I actually could. I have a machete right in the back of the truck, but there's no coconuts around here. But I do have a machete in the back of the truck. There's that fire truck from earlier. Big old fire truck. Yeah. Just hang out here and watch cars pass. Check out this right here, man. Is that a GMC? Yeah, buddy. Big old truck like mine. That truck's just like mine right there. I really like the white coconuts. They are really good. Yeah, when these coconut trees grow, this is going to be gorgeous. You can see they haven't even unstrapped the coconut tree. So when they first plant them, this one right here, you can tell it's already growing real good. Like, see how they're opening up. So if you've never seen a coconut tree, I'll show you. Now, these might be dwarf coconuts. It means they're not going to grow any bigger than that. But what happens with these coconuts is you have... See, these are going to be coconuts. Oh, it's sticky. Don't touch it. Okay. You can see the seed right there. Very sticky. I guess it's for pollination purposes. It's sticky. I just got some... you can see the coconut leaves coming through there. The flowers. So there'll be coconuts here eventually. So this is probably a dwarf coconut. Now, probably people have knocked all the seeds off of this one here, but if they hadn't knocked it off, like you can see there's no leaves on it right now, so they knocked it off. But these are going to be dwarf coconuts. And if you look, they planted them right there, right there, right there, right there. So all these new coconut trees, when they grow up, this is going to look gorgeous with these coconut trees here. And they also put coconut trees all the way down to Coquina Beach. So those trees, when they grow up, this place is going to look gorgeous. Very smart. Whoever spent that money well spent. You're going to start scrapping again? I can't. My back. There's no money up here in that. I mean, I have a pickup truck. If I saw, like, something worth picking it up, I would. Not, like, just to pick it up. But, like, if I saw, like, copper or this or that. Dude, there's literally no scrap metal up here. Anywhere. The amount of consumerism that you have in Naples. Like, that's something you can do in Naples and Fort Myers. There's more consumerism. But there's just not enough consumerism down here where that would actually monetarily pay off. it wouldn't really monetarily pay off as much as it would in Naples. Naples is a very high consumer area. People buy all types of. Good, thank you, ma'am. In Naples, people buy, like they just buy stuff just to buy it, bro. So you're not gonna get the same amount of consumerism here where you can scrap metal. Besides, my back is so bad. If I tried picking up a refrigerator now, I'd be dead. And besides, I'm driving in a very expensive pickup truck. I mean, any pickup truck that you collect scrap metal out of, you're just going to destroy it. It would make absolutely no sense to destroy this truck. And plus, my YouTube channel does pretty well. I did the Uber thing. I'm trying to get out of some pretty ugly times we went through after I got hurt. So economically, we went through some pretty crappy times after I got hurt, and we're still trying to bounce back. I love these newly installed coconut trees, guys. This place with all these coconut trees everywhere, whoever signed the paperwork to make these coconut trees appear, brilliant move. I mean, really a great job, whoever it was. Whoever actually approved all these coconut trees on the island, brilliant move. I mean, this just takes it from nice to just spectacular. Could you imagine when all these coconut trees are big, how beautiful this is going to be? And if there's a hurricane with high winds, that splits up the coconut trees. They don't get knocked over in hurricanes. When all these coconut trees are tall and we have a hurricane with high winds push through here, these trees are going to hold off the wind. If there's a storm surge, they also protect, like let's say there was a storm surge here, a boat could go flying right through that building. But with those coconut trees, it prevents, if there's a storm surge and cars and boats start floating around, they won't be able to crash through the buildings. It's a protection. If somebody gets drunk and tries to drive through a building, they'll hit the tree first. If there's a storm surge and there's storm surge flooding, well, guess what? That storm surge flooding can send a boat right through a building unless there's a coconut tree in front of it. See, like this building here with all these coconut trees in the front, if there's a storm surge, a boat could just come plow that building right out of the way. Not now. Check out this golf cart here. It's like a pimped out golf cart. Pretty cool looking golf cart. It's got the big wheels. It's got the neon lights. This is a real popular thing here in Florida now. And there's just gorgeous trees. They really are. I love coconuts. It gives it a more tropical vibe. It feels like you're in Mexico or in the Caribbean or something. It really steps up the vibe, and it protects property. These coconut trees were one of the best decisions they could have made. See, this one's still tied. They're recent. They're very recent. But these coconut trees will protect these buildings from hurricane impacts, the winds, the storm surge flooding. They look great. They provide shade. I mean, they're shusting all the way around wind. And it will eventually, when these coconut trees get big and pretty, it will give this place an absolute allure of a vibe. It'll look great. It'll look clean, sharp. It's money well spent. Coconut trees are money well spent. You got some bougainvilleas here. They're high maintenance, I think, if that's what it is. Bougainvilleas. I hope my parking isn't too bad. A giant truck either way, so it's not like it's easy to park it. Great vibes out here, and just hang out. The heat, though, is just unbearable. The heat is just so bad. My goodness. The coconut trees are beautiful. They sure are, Mary. And you get a harvest exactly now. Most likely, though, you'll never actually... Oh, somebody did step on the poop. I'll tell you what, man. Oh, homie, almost got it.
Wow, that was close.
That was close, man. I thought you saw it. And I was like, yeah. I know, man. I'm sorry, bro. I get like that when I drink. You know what I mean?
I do, bro.
I do, and like
Somebody's got to do it.
somebody's got to do it.
Might as well be you,
It's
right?
about doing it in the right places too, you know. That's a poop. You can write a book about that one right there, man. I'm trying to tell you. That's the type of stuff right there, like letting your dog poop. And you know, there's some of these people that live here, like the old people live here. Dude, somebody's smoking weed. Woo. Somebody's smoking with the oaken down there. These old people down here, they'll like literally, they'll actually do it on purpose. You know, it's just to mess with the tourists. You know, people are horrible. I mean, to let a dog go in a place like that where people walking around, that's super disrespectful. People suck. People really do suck, man. All right, guys, so we got to start some conversation here. I can't be the only one talking. What are you guys up to? What are you guys wondering? Lord of mercy. I not play with them in one time. I the reggae style, the ragamuffin style for the island. Not play with them. Bruh. Bumbo clat. And they don't clean it. Exactly, right? That's just so wrong. No, this is along the beaches, it's mostly white. In the daytime, you get a lot of Hispanics and blacks, but it's somewhat of a sundown town here at night. Not gonna lie. It really, no, you man, I'm sorry. No, it really yeah, at night along the beach, high dollar areas are always gonna be 99% white at night. It's kind of, not everybody has the kind of money to be out here at night. In the daytime, you get the locals, you know, from Orlando and Tampa and all that. But at night, it's pretty straightforward out here, white only. In fact, Holmes Beach, which is just north of here, is even said to be an official sundown town. A good observation. So there's a website that tracks sundown towns, and according to this website, Holmes Beach is a sundown town. Now, I don't think it's a sundown town. I don't think it's a backwards, hateful, racist place. What I do think is that it's very expensive and only white people can really afford to live in areas this expensive. I don't think blacks or Hispanics are actually able to afford to live here. So at night, it kind of really does feel like a sundown town. You only see white people. That's an interesting observation that you have made, our viewer. So has the website that tracks sundown towns, puts Holmes Beach, which is basically, so this is Bradenton Beach. Holmes Beach starts just a little further ahead, maybe about a mile or two down the road, starts Holmes Beach. Said to be exactly a sundown town. So let's hang out here for a minute. Just sit down right here for a minute. These benches are usually a homeless person sleeping here at night. Rent a golf cart and drive around. I don't even think I got enough gas money to get back home tonight. We've lived in a camper. So this guy's playing reggaeton right here. They're Spanish. You hear the reggaeton? You hear the pa devorarte. What's we singing on then? So they're playing reggaeton, but they're leaving. They're not here. They're actually just driving back. In the daytime, it's actually very diverse here in the daytime. The problem is, okay, so here's inherently the issue here. Inherently the issue with here is that mostly only white people go to bars late at night. It's not a very black or Hispanic thing to do, to go to a bar late at night. So part of the problem is that, you know, the people that go to bars late at night is that, and, you know. But in the daytime, I'm actually shocked at the diversity you see here in the daytime. I mean, I was on the beach yesterday, and there was a monk. You know, like the ones that like are Sir Lankan or whatever. You know, where they wear like where the guys wear the brown dresses, like a real monk. There was an actual monk on the beach. This was in South Lido Key in Sarasota. So there's actually a lot of diversity. Overall, there's a lot of diversity. There is a lot. But, you know, this is all bars and stuff late at night. And pretty much only white people go to bars late at night. It's just a very... Hey, what's up? Thank you. So yes, it does have a overly white vibe, but that's kind of the case for 95% of the coast in Florida, with the exception of like Miami Beach. Or we'll get back up. It's been a lot of negativity in our lives lately. Katie's license got suspended for not renewing it. My Uber account got deactivated. Today I got a ticket from the city of Sarasota. When I was Uber driving, I blew a red light on Fruitville and Tuttle at about 1 in the morning. That's going to be $158. So yes, life has got very complicated for me and Katie lately. Let alone medical bills are to the roof. Katie's been having health problems. I've been having health problems. So it's been a little complicated. I feel really sleepy. I'm not sure why. Because I woke up kind of, well, I've been going to sleep earlier, believe it or not. I have been going to sleep earlier. Because I've been doing so much throughout the day. I'm trying to walk more. I really need to get my daily foot count up. And walking doesn't really hurt as much as sitting. Sitting is actually what hurts the most right now. Sitting and standing straight for long periods are really what get to me. Walking is actually tolerable, but it's a battle. I've been going to sleep earlier though, for sure. Start a GoFundMe. It's like, I make a living full-time YouTubing, so I don't really mind doing a GoFundMe. The problem is like the perception people have. You got these people that are always like, oh, you're begging for money on the internet. Dude, I live off the internet. How do you think I live? It's my job, of course, you know? So you got all these people that are always like, oh, you're begging for money on the internet, or you're always asking for money. It's my job. This is what I do. And when things are going good, I don't mention it. It's like when the viewership is down and stuff like that, then it's like, okay, you know. I could do a GoFundMe and be successful for whatever I need. Like, I could do a GoFundMe for Katie's real estate. But lately, like, Katie, we could do a GoFundMe to renew Katie's real estate license. I'm sure I'd get it. But then you got all the people that are always talking garbage, you know? And really what they're trying to get me to do is say how much I make on YouTube, which I used to tell you guys and show you guys what I used to make on YouTube, but we talked about when I made more than a manager at Walmart, that would no longer be relevant, and that's where we are right now. So it's like, but life down here costs money. Like, it's just, and it's everywhere. Like, I look at we've been looking at apartments all over the country now just to get an idea on pricing, and it's become absolutely ridiculous. It's become unsustainable, really, apartments, and not just Florida, like the whole country. The cost of apartments has just become, the only thing that's not going up is what we're getting paid, man. It's frustrating for everybody. And you're absolutely right. Like, the area of Lakewood Ranch where I live is very expensive, but you know, with my YouTube channel, I have to live in a good area. I don't want to live in a dangerous area with my YouTube channel because there's always like online stalkers and stuff. I want to at least be in a gated community, you know, behind gates. I applied for Lyft. You can't find anything good for under $1,000. Around here, you can't find anything good for under $1,600. Actually, nah, $1,000. $1,000. We got the low riders coming through. $1,000 would be like, let's say, like a 300 square foot apartment. Like, you know those motels that get transformed into apartments? Those are $950 around here. It's the whole country. Even in the middle of nowhere in Iowa, exactly. You could literally move to the middle of nowhere in Iowa right now, and apartments are going to be $1,600. I'm not even kidding you. The cost of rent is ridiculous. There's nothing less. It's anywhere. Ryan Human gives us a $2 super chat. Coming soon. Thank you so much. Bringing the total today to $3.99 of generosity. Yeah, it is. It's hard for everyone. It ain't just us going through it right now. Everybody is going through it. We've been feeling the pinch like the last year, especially after I got hurt. It's just been hard. But that's what everybody's going through. So in the Jacksonville area, okay, we were in Jacksonville 2 weeks ago, and Jacksonville's still on my radar. It's just too dangerous to live in Jacksonville. We were staying in Jacksonville Beach, and again, Jacksonville Beach, very nice on the water. And in Jacksonville Beach, there was a shooting outside our hotel room. Now, when the shooting happened, we thought it was a car exhaust. It didn't even cross my mind that it could have been a shooting. Like, we actually heard the shooting from our hotel room. We were sleeping. It was about this time, like 11 something, and we were sleeping, and we hear BAM! And then we heard people screaming, and we thought it was a car exhaust. Look at what this person just said. I have to report this person. Do you guys read what this person just said? Unbelievable. Blocked from the channel. See, that's the type of people you have to deal with. Like, you just read what that person just said on the comments. That's the type of comment you could literally have to go and press charges for. And you have people that are like that. They'll say some stupid stuff like that, you know, and you don't know if it's real or false. Anyways, we were sleeping in our hotel room in Jacksonville Beach. And a nice little busy area like this, just like where we are right now, but in Jacksonville Beach, you know, people walking outside at night, and we hear this loud noise. Katie thought it was a gunshot, and I was like, no, it's probably a car exhaust. I don't know what it means. I don't like it. That sounds scary, whatever he said. I don't know what it means. It just sounds scary. I don't care. But anyways, bro, we were in Jacksonville Beach, and there was literally a shooting outside our hotel. Literally, we heard the noise. We heard the screaming, and we were like, no, it can't be. Like, I just figured in a place like this, that would be insane. Guess what? It was a shooting where somebody got killed right outside our hotel in Jacksonville Beach. And that's the rich area. Imagine what it's got to be like to live in the poor area of Jacksonville. If you're seeing that in the rich area, imagine the poor areas. It's crazy out there. Even in rich areas, there's crazy people. Even in rich areas, you know. The whole Seattle area is a bunch of crime and shootings too. Seattle's homicide rate is really low compared to the East Coast. I know you guys think that Seattle's bad, and you guys told me California was out of control. Dude, if you think California is scary, you ain't been to Louisiana. I know you guys think Seattle's bad. Yeah, there's a lot of homelessness. Yeah, there's a lot of property crime. But it's not actually dangerous. Dangerous is New Orleans, Birmingham, Montgomery, Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, the Mid-South. Dude, that year that I lived in Montgomery, Alabama was just wow. Jacksonville's getting better, but it's still in that little area of high crime. Dude, they shot somebody outside of my luxury hotel in Jacksonville Beach. Go figure, if you're staying at the most, nicest little area and people are getting shot outside your hotel room, imagine what it's got to be like to live in the bad areas. If there's shootings in the nice area, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. For everything. I go to New Orleans all the time. I've been to New Orleans a lot. I've done a lot of videos in New Orleans. Yeah, there's definitely a lot worse places than yeah, I'll agree with you there. There's definitely worse places than New Orleans, than Jacksonville. The absolute, real dangerous places. They're gonna be like. But I get what you're saying about Seattle. I hear you. It's getting bad everywhere. Seattle, the homeless situation is insane. But even when you look at the overdose death rate in Washington State, doesn't Florida have a higher overdose death rate? You like Slidell? Yeah, once you get north of the water, it gets better. I got a friend that lives in Slidell. I got friends in Slidell. I had a friend that lived in Marrero, but he moved out. I had a friend in Marrero. I don't know where he's living right now, but I had a friend in Marrero. And I think now he lives in, can't remember I think he's in Arizona now. But he was a police officer in, he was a police officer for New Orleans. Oh, no, Plaquemine Parish, I'm sorry. Very good friend of mine. He was a police officer for Plaquemine Parish. He lived in Marrero, but he moved to Arizona recently. Good people, man. There's good people in Louisiana. But man, do they have a crime problem. Yeah, when I used to do the pigeon racing, they're putting away the live music. When I used to do the pigeon racing, I interviewed I used to do, before I did the Southern Life, I had a pigeon racing YouTube channel, and I would interview the guys that did pigeon racing, and I interviewed a police officer there in New Orleans. I did a documentary of pigeon racing. It's still on the internet, so if you write like pigeon racing documentary, my video will come out on a channel called the Pigeon Racing Club or the Homing Pigeon Races. I can't remember. It's been so many years. But I did a documentary for that channel. And I interviewed guys in Alabama, Louisiana. We interviewed people. See, this thing we're doing with YouTube, we were doing that already. It was for the pigeon racing sport. But, we were doing that all over the country. We went, I can't remember what year. It must have been 2015. 2014, maybe 2013. I interviewed people in Alabama. I interviewed in 2015. I did a documentary for my pigeon racing channel, and I interviewed a cop in Louisiana, this really cool redneck guy outside of Moultrie, Georgia. Really cool. It was a really well put together documentary. It was like, I interviewed like people in 7 different states for one single documentary. I did one documentary. I interviewed people like in 7 different states for that one video. So I had been doing this. I just hadn't. Let me drink some water. It's so hot out here. Drink some water real quick. Just drinking some water. It's so hot and humid out here. I'm trying to drink a gallon of water a day. I don't know if that's realistic or not. A bunch of Cubans showed up. Yeah. When I first moved to Bradenton in Sarasota, you would barely see Cubans. Now you see Cubans like everywhere. A lot of Brazilians too, because they're moving up from Orlando. A lot of Brazilians moving up from Orlando. But it's been kind of I guess as things get expensive, people have to find better, cheaper places. There's a bench over there. I'm just going to sit down. Loving the new coconut tree. So, all right, guys. So, what's the conversation about with you guys? You guys aren't asking questions. I'm gonna end the live stream. You guys got boring. Nadia says, "You guys do so good. I'm so proud of you and Katie. We're both really proud of you. Thank you. We're trying to do the best we can, but life is relentless. You don't get out of one challenge and you're already facing the next. It gets a little overwhelming at times, but we're trying the best we can." What's up with the conversation, guys? Come on. Katie is at home. She's not able to be outside. It's too hot. Oscar Cano, ¿cómo está mi hermano? ¿Qué vuelta a hacer? ¿Cómo está la vida, Oscar? Aquí estamos en la playa, hacer. Oscar checking in. Oscar Cano from, I think he's in the St. Augustine, Jacksonville area. Un saludo a Oscar. Ronnie says he's proud of you. Thank you. We're trying. We really are, man. Life hasn't been easy, but we're really trying, bro. Like, I swear, we are just in the middle of life right now. Okay, so we have Cameron Williams checking in from Macon, Georgia. Macon with the bacon. We got Macon, Georgia in the house. I really appreciate the encouragement, guys. Digo una bicicleta haciendo bulla, Sere. Una bicicleta ahí haciendo tomando bulla. You live in Macon, Georgia. Nice. I need to do another video in Macon. I need to do another video in Macon soon. We're hoping to do another road trip when I get paid. The problem is we have to decide whether we're going to pay all the things we owe or go on another road trip to keep the YouTube channel going. The problem, too, is Katie's health has been so bad that even if we have the money when I get paid, I don't know if you guys know this, but May was an incredible month for me on YouTube. So I'm just looking forward to getting paid for May. I think YouTube sends paychecks after the 20th. I cannot wait to get paid. It was a good month. Do I worry about snakes when I go into the woods? Not really. You don't see as many snakes as you used to in Florida. Only times are tough all around, but you have a good attitude, you'll be okay. Yeah, it's not just us. Everybody's going through crap right now. I mean, life has gotten so expensive for everybody. Rents are high, jobs don't pay anything. Everything is just overwhelming right now. You're living Southwest Florida, says Daniel. There's a lot of tropical thunderstorms in the summer. Yes. Oh, he says in Southwest Florida. In the summer, yeah. In the summertime, we're kind of in a drought right now. Usually, the rainy season starts earlier. But for some reason, I don't understand. The rainy season hasn't started yet. Are there a lot of Cubans and Venezuelans in Jacksonville? Yeah, tremendo guaneo in Jacksonville. Lots of Cubans moving into Jacksonville. The area called Arlington is absolutely packed with Cubans now. Cubans, Thailand, Asians and Hispanics are moving into the eastern part of Jacksonville, which is actually the area called Arlington. But that's close to Jacksonville Beach. But they don't really go as far as Jacksonville Beach. Interesting shift. Somebody mentioned earlier in our video that everybody was white. But now everybody's either black or Hispanic. It's been kind of weird. It's like it shifted, really. This like guy right here, he's been drinking, he's talking loud. He's going to get in trouble soon. But I guess earlier in the night it was all white people, and later it's all Hispanics and blacks. So it kind of changes. And Neo 100, since it's a $5 super chat, saying incredible, bringing the total to almost $9 today for our channel. Thank you all. Thank you all for the love. I got a Cuban across the street. I'm sorry to hear that. That tells me to come eat because I'm skinny. Bless my heart. I always have. Bet you do. Yo, Cubans can cook, man. Yeah, if you got Cubans willing to cook for you, that's always a yes. The same thing for Jamaicans. If Jamaicans ever offer to cook for you, go for it. Would you consider Bradenton a better place than Sarasota? Absolutely not. Bradenton cannot come. I wouldn't even dare. We should go to downtown Bradenton tonight. That is scary. Downtown Bradenton is scary. This is Bradenton Beach here. This is nice. Bro, downtown Bradenton at night. I should do a video there. It is scary. It's all like the ghetto people from Palmetto and the hood in Bradenton go there, and like there's like rap night where they're like out rapping. Like they have like rappers that do like live entertainment. Dude, downtown Bradenton at night is terrifying. When I used to Uber, I went there to pick up people at night, and I was like, never again. Yeah, this is Bradenton Beach. It's nice here. But downtown Bradenton itself at night, it's scarier than Jacksonville at night. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, downtown Bradenton at night would be an interesting walk around video. I wouldn't even dare live stream there. I just wouldn't do it. I would live stream in downtown Bradenton in the daytime, but at night I wouldn't live stream from there. Sarasota, I would live stream all day at night. No problem. Yeah, Palmetto is amazing. Stop. No, Palmetto is scary. Palmetto has a bad element. You like Palmetto? What do you like about Palmetto? I mean, it's a pretty place, but just it's too ghetto. I Uber drove in Palmetto. A random couple and interviewed them about life in Bradenton for 5 minutes. I no, I don't. This late at night, I don't want to bother people. A lot of them are drinking and stuff. It probably isn't a good idea. Maybe later, Palm Ghetto. But yeah, that's what people call it. People call it Palm Ghetto. Thank you for saying it, so I didn't have to. No, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. Venice is nice. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. I mean, I'm not. But Palmetto really is bad. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. I'm really not trying to hurt your feelings, brother, but it is bad. When I Uber drove through Palmetto, like just about every customer I got was somebody like they doing a drug deal, or I had a hooker that was meeting her pimp or something. It was just unbelievably ghetto. How dangerous is Palmetto? The homicide rate in Palmetto during some years has been pretty bad. It's about analytically, it's about as bad as Jacksonville analytically. But no, there are shootings. They just recently there's this rapper that lives in St. Petersburg, and I've seen him around town. He hangs out around here a lot. His name is Rod Wave, very popular rapper. He's kind of a newer rapper, somewhat newer. Rod Wave, very good music. He's very unique style. Tells stories about his life and stuff. But anyways, they caught one of his associates, I believe, in Palmetto that did a drug bust. It was on the news actually about a month ago. They found gold chains, weapons, drugs, all that in a house in Palmetto. So yeah, Bumbleclot. Now play with them. Bumbleclot. Now play with them. What's up, bro? He's cracking up. My Jamaican imitation right there. He's cracking up. Bumbleclot. Now play with them. Okay, so Melbourne. Melbourne isn't a high crime city. It's a safe city, and it's middle. It's a middle ground city. Okay. The problem with Palmetto, that kid was cracking up so hard at my Jamaican thing. The thing with Palmetto, what am I saying? I'm lost. I'm tired, y'all. People are smoking weed out here. They got me dizzy. What were we even talking about? I'm lost. Let me backtrack here. Oh, Melbourne. I'm sorry, dude. It's late. I'm sleeping. People are smoking out here. Melbourne. The problem with Melbourne is that there's a lot of police profiling. The south side of the city, you have... Yes, I am starting. I'm not smoking. I'm not smoking, obviously, but there's other people smoking around here. I'm starting to feel it. Yes, you do start to feel, if you hang out here as long as I have today, it gives you like a headache. I hate it. Look at my face. I don't know how people can say this stuff is enjoyable. Look at my face, dude. That's just because there's so many people smoking out here. Yeah, I don't know how people think this is enjoyable. It really isn't. Obviously, there's so much smoke in the air that you kind of start feeling it, even if you're not smoking. It's a problem. But Melbourne, on the south side of the city, there's a lot of profiling. Yeah, smoking is absolutely stupid. It's really garbage. Yeah, it's about one of the trashiest things you could do it yourself. Baller, shot caller. Wanna be a baller? Shot. Yes, there's enough people smoking out here where you can feel it even if you're not. Which is horrible because, like, you know, not everybody out here wants to get a freaking contact high. I don't know. We got 3 or 4 months to think about it. I could actually do it earlier if I wanted to, but we'll figure it out. There's no rush. Melbourne, it's not a bad city for crime. and it's got beautiful areas. Melbourne Beach is beautiful. Far inland, there's a lot of new home construction. Basically, the whole southwest side of Melbourne is becoming a lot of Hispanics now. A lot of Cubans and people from Miami are moving into the southwest Melbourne on the other side of the interstate. The problem endemically with Melbourne is the following. Melbourne has a huge problem with police profiling. The police department is very corrupt and they are very discriminatory. They're doing it blatantly. It's not secret. That problem is present from Melbourne, Brevard, Volusia, St. Johns County. The whole East Coast is very... the police departments there are doing a really horrible job. Like Brevard County, Volusia County, St. John's, absolutely horrendous. I mean, you guys saw that thing that happened in St. John's County where the police officer beat the crap out of the Guatemalan and then they tried to arrest the Guatemalan because the cop died from a heart attack. All that. When I went down to Melbourne, I did a video in Melbourne. I was shocked at how blatant the police profiling is. They're just not ashamed to profile people. It's sad. Okay, well, how about this? How about you are deleted from our channel? Goodbye, stupid. Everybody say goodbye to Dre for being disrespectful. Goodbye. Don't even pay attention to him, guys. We'll keep it moving. Yeah. Hey, Alex dice, Jose, my school, sometimes in the staircase, I smell it. Yeah, that's horrible, Alex. Never do that, brother. It's not, people think it's cool. It's not even, it used to be cool, I guess, when it was illegal. It's not even illegal anymore in a lot of places. So, I mean, the allure used to be that it was illegal and it was something that delinquents did, Now, old white people in BMWs are doing it. So, I think the cool fact, since it's been legalized so much, it's lost its cool factor with a lot of people. It's no longer a cool thing to do because it's not illegal practically. But it's just bad. It doesn't, I don't know. I never thought it was cool. I've never done it, not even once. I've never done it, not even once. Obviously, unfortunately, I know the effects because all you have to do is walk around any Florida city at night and you can smell it and feel the effect of it. And it's not, I don't think it's a fun effect at all. So I don't think it's a fun effect. Cops listening to rap. Cops listening to rap. That just made my day right there. BMW going to the smoke shop. Yeah, it is what it is. Hey, to each their own. I don't think it's yeah, what a stupid comment, He just got kicked out of the YouTube channel for being stupid. And by the way, this is my country, stupid. I'm a US citizen. I'm a US citizen. This is my country, stupid. Nice little Chevy truck right here. I wish my truck was that old. It wouldn't have a car payment. Oh, man. Yeah, that's right. But, it's kind of slow here for a Saturday night. Downtown Sarasota is going to be packed. It's my country. I'm a U.S. citizen. This is my country, stupid. I almost got deported back to the United States from Canada. I almost got deported back to the United States from Canada. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the vintage Mercedes. Check this out. The vintage Mercedes that I had, when I bought it, I made them put on the contract that if there was any problems that they weren't going to fix, that they would return the money. Hello, beautiful dresses. Take the whole bar home.
It'll be an adventure. Just go get yourself a bottle.
Give her 2 bottles.
Get her 2 bottles.
At least 2. Yeah, And that's the other thing. Like when you see people that I see dress nice versus people that dress trashy, I have respect. I'm more of an old school person. I like to see people dress decent and not be crackheads. And I know a lot of times people think I'm a liberal. I'm really not. I just don't like oppression and discrimination. I mean, crap, that's why I came to the United States from Cuba. No car payment is the best. I definitely agree. I will agree that no car payment is the best car payment, but once you have one, you can't get rid of it until you pay it off. So we're kind of screwed waiting until that happens. You don't like ratchet? I'm not a fan of ratchet. I like people to be decent. I really do. Jose, I saw a vintage Mercedes. Okay, so when I bought the Mercedes-Benz, I made them put in the contract that if there was anything wrong with the car, they had to fix it. Well, there was a few things wrong with the car, and it was more than they wanted to fix. They told me they were going to fix it, but then the shop that does their repairs is another shop, and that's the shop that did the paint and also did the top, and the top was leaking. So it ended up being one of those situations where it eventually became evident that the amount of things that were wrong with the car were going to cost so much that the dealership decided to refund me the money. Oh yeah, dude, London. I would imagine in England, the freaking Mercedes-Benz in England would have been awesome. It was a really sweet car, and it really hurt me to have to return it because it was my dream car. I always wanted it, but there were so many things wrong with it that it didn't make sense for me, and the dealership eventually did refund me the money, and they got the car back. What city did you like better, St. Louis or Kansas City? Oh, that's a different. Oh, that's so, Johnny. That's a challenging question. Okay, let's start off by mentioning that both Kansas City and St. Louis are architecturally beautiful cities, masterpieces. Culturally, they're both cities that have their own identity. But if I had to pick between both of them, the biggest problem that both St. Louis and Kansas City have is a crime. I mean, they're very dangerous cities. But they're both affordable. Okay, St. Louis is more of a city. Okay? Culturally, St. Louis is more of a city, but but Kansas City, I think, is economically a better place to be. So that's how I would describe it. If you like a city, St. Louis is definitely more of a city. So what happens when I stand up? I wobble when I stand up. It's really weird. I can't like when I sit down for a long time, I can't control my legs. So even though it's been months since that surgery, when I can walk. Once I get walking, I'm good. But when I first stand up, I have a weird wobble. It doesn't really go away very much. So right now, the car, I have to hey, thanks. This person waved at us, cool. So, it's been 9 months since the surgery, I think, already. And it still hurts to sit down. It hurts to stand up. Walking doesn't hurt. But once I've been sitting down for a while and I stand up again, my body, I can't really control it. It's just like a wobble. Okay, my next trip, I get paid after the 20th this month, okay? Now, when I get paid, this month it'll be a very decent paycheck. The problem isn't that I'm getting paid really good. I could travel really well this month. The problem is that Katie's health has been so bad that I don't think she will be able to go on a long road trip. So I get paid on the 20th, 21st, 20-something. When I get paid, it will be a good paycheck this month. I should be able to travel basically anywhere I want. We could literally go on a 10, 15-day road trip when I get paid. The problem is Katie is dealing with Alex. Katie has decided that her medical situation is private. Now, we're open about a lot of things that we experience and live in our lives, but this is one thing Katie's going to keep private, but she has a health problem, and it's a very challenging health problem that she has. It's related to her weight, and we've decided not to talk about that in particular, but she's going through some episodes, and I don't know how they haven't fired her from her job, because her job is standing, and she was working 5 days a week. They brought her down to 3 days a week because she was so bad she couldn't even work 5 days a week. I don't know how they haven't fired her, because there's days where she can barely get around. It's very frustrating. Who's talking about black folks? Can you guys just behave? Okay, so I think that person lives in another country. I don't think they... the person talking about black people, I think we'll leave them alone. I think they're in a different country, and I think every country is different on stuff like that, so we'll just ignore that comment. In other countries, they don't understand the situation in the United States like we do, so just let that come and pass. I don't think it was malignant. What do you consider doing taxi driving instead of something like Uber? Well, Uber hasn't reactivated my account, and I really don't want to do Uber. It's scary and dangerous. They haven't reactivated my account yet. It's been a week. It's been down for a week. So I don't know what's going to happen now. The accounts... Is that a diesel? That sounds like a diesel. That's a diesel. Those things diesel? Why would you want your golf cart to be loud, though? I wouldn't want my golf cart to be loud. Anyways, Katie's health has been kind of down. If her health were to improve, in theory, we can go anywhere when I get paid. It seems like you were barely breaking even with the Uber. It's not a lot of money. Uber driving is so bad, what you make. I didn't really have an option because monetarily we have been bad. Like, I only get paid once a month. Katie got paid yesterday, and we already went through her paycheck. We are like really tight. I haven't been this broke since I lived in Naples. It's really tight. And but May was a very good month. We'll be able to travel when I get paid for May. But the problem is that when I was sick, I got into a lot of debt, medical debt, which doesn't matter, but I used my credit cards to get through the hard times, so now we're like seriously indebted. Got a lot of debt. No, I can't have a job like that. I don't want a job where I have a commitment. The only nice thing about Uber is that, like, okay, like let's say I wanted to make $60 just for my gas and my food that day. I could go Uber drive and make $60, and that's the money for the day, you know? So it's nice to get out of a pinch, you know, but they canceled the account. I applied for Lyft. Lyft still hasn't approved me. It's been over a week. You know, Lyft hasn't approved me. Uber hasn't reinstated me. So now we're just sitting here like, what the crap, you know, like what's next? Not really sure, to be honest. Not sure what's next. I cannot take on a full-time job. My YouTube is my full-time job. I cannot work 40 hours a week for somebody. My YouTube is a job. Uber did you wrong. Yeah, Uber really did me wrong. You know, they don't care about the drivers. If a passenger makes a complaint, they'll close your account. And they don't investigate. They say they investigate, but I'm still waiting, you know. This person literally lied, got my account closed. Here I am still waiting. Nothing's happened, you know. Nothing's happened yet. We're still waiting for a resolution, and it hasn't come, you know. You know, like, it hasn't come, hasn't happened. We're still waiting. It's been over a week. They haven't reinstated my account. If it were running, I could go and I could make, you know, $60, $50 every day, and that's the gas, you know, food, whatever you spend during the day, you know. So that's what I was doing with Uber. Every day I would go out for 4 or 5 hours and make a little bit of money, and that was my spending money for the day. Well, now that they haven't reinstated my account, that's kind of what I was using to get by. Like, it's been kind of challenging. Katie was working a part-time job. Katie's paycheck was great, but she went down from 5 days. Hello. Katie was working 5 days a week. Her health deteriorated. She got down to 3 days a week. So her paychecks went from like 600 all the way down to 300, and her paycheck by itself was great, you know. So it's been challenging for sure. We'll get through it, guys. We'll get through it. I've been through worse. My whole life in Naples was being broke, and I don't really want to go back to that. If Katie's feeling good, I even told Katie maybe I'll go on a trip by myself this month. But those trips are almost impossible. You know, those trips take both of us, really. Like, the amount of driving involved in those trips, it takes both of us to be 100, and I'm not 100, neither is she. So, like, I don't even think we'll be able to go on those trips in the short term. You got summer vacation? Are you coming down to Florida? Exactly. It's for everybody. Everybody's going through crap. I was just very fortunate for a few years that I had money and I was able to get through without having to worry about anything. Literally, since we left Naples, things have been great. Like, just money hadn't been an issue for so long, but now things got tight again, and hopefully we can get back out of it, you know? Nice little bar right here. Yeah, like I said, my YouTube makes money. When me and Katie are both feeling good, we're gonna hit the road again. Our YouTube makes more than enough money. All these little side gigs we're doing now and all that is simply just to get through a tough little rut. When me and Katie are both feeling good, we hit a 20-day road trip, our YouTube channel will get back. I know it. May was a great month for the YouTube. May was incredible. The homeless interviews are doing great for the channel. And I have a few homeless interviews that I want to do that I know are going to be good again. I don't like to revisit the homeless interviews. The homeless interviews, I don't like to repeat the homeless interviews. But we've had a few homeless interviews that I think are worthy of repeating. The gangster hit over 500,000 people. And Mosey, the last one we did, the hobo, he got 200,000 views in 4 days. So I can go back and redo those interviews, and that should help bring the channel again. I applied for Lyft. They just haven't approved me yet. We're waiting for Lyft. Let's get going, guys. Late at night, once it gets late, the environment always changes. Once it gets too late at night, the environment changes, and it's best to leave. So we're going to be leaving here soon. I don't like the environment. Later at night, the environment tends to degrade. So too late at night, it's not good to be out. Yeah, the hobo, I'm going to hook him up. I told him, let me do another interview. He agreed to it. We're going to get that done. So we're going to do another interview for the hobo, and then we're going to do another interview for the gangster. I have to pay them. I could go do the interviews tomorrow. I just don't have the money, you know, because I have to pay them for those interviews. That's not for free. People think those interviews are free. Those interviews aren't free. You have to pay them, and a lot. People don't just want to go out and tell an interview about their lives without getting paid. So the thing is, this guy is like wobbling out on the road. Oh, they're fighting. They're drunk. He's drunk. El viejito está borracho. Y se está peleando con las personas. No, yo me peleo con el viejito. Yo voy para allá y me le meto un piñazo en la cabeza para que aprenda. The old guy's drunk and fighting people. And the whole guy's drunk and fighting. Look at him, he's like stumbling over there. No, late at night it's really best to leave. It gets out of hand. You guys catch the old guy drunk. Oh, dude, this just made my night. He's like stumbling. Look at him. He's like stumbling way over there. He's like elderly and drunk and fighting with like cars and stuff. I know it's wrong, but like I feel so tempted to just follow this guy around. This guy's gonna be fun. See, like I get these bad urges. Like I know it's wrong to record this drunk guy, like actually follow him around, but I really feel. Oh, I haven't shown you guys what's over here. Let's see. Let's look at the water. I know it's wrong, but come on. If you see an old, he's like stumbling down the road. Look at him. He's like literally just stumbling down there drunk. Look at him. That's the coolest thing. Like old guy's tripping, dog. Old guy is tripping, dog. Let's make this into a highlight. Hold on, y'all. Used to be able to save a highlight. That old guy is tripping, dog. Look at the old guy. He's tripping, dog. Old guy's tripping, dog. That old guy is absolutely tripping. Did he make it? He's just wobbling over there. Look at him. Old guy is tripping, dog. That old guy's tripping, man. I know it's wrong, but how do you not follow that guy around? He got that swag. Oh, guy's tripping, bro. That's the type of guy you give him $100 and say, "Let me follow you around for today and see what you do." No, but I got to do an interview. I want to do the gangster again. The gangster got 500,000 views in 2 months, and the hobo got 200,000 views. But I don't have any money, and I have to pay them. These people are getting on boats at night, drunk. I gotta watch this. Wow, I didn't know my life would be this interesting. It's like people trying to get on boats. I love watching drunk people. Drunk people make my life happy. They're getting on boats at night. I used to do that in Naples. I had a tiny little boat like that. It's extremely low tide right now. It's extreme low tide. Oh, the gangster. It's a homeless guy that I interviewed. The gangster is a homeless guy that I interviewed. Just go to my channel, and when you go to my channel, go to most popular. Go to videos and then click most popular, and under most popular, it'll come right up. It's got 500,000 views. It's called The Gangster, Homeless, The Gangster. So go to my channel. Oh, here's a baby coconut right here, guys. Remember we were talking about coconuts earlier? There's a baby coconut right there. So that one will actually grow into a coconut. Oh, low power mode. Okay, the battery's gonna die soon, guys. So this live stream wasn't supposed to be. Yeah, it's called The Gangster. So if you just go to my channel, go to popular videos, and it'll be like in the top 10, 500,000 views. So The Gangster got 500,000 views, and the hobo. These are two guys that I want to go interview for a part 2. Now, for my safety, I don't really like the idea of going back and dealing with the same people again, because obviously, you know, you're dealing with homeless people and they got their circumstances, and it probably isn't the best idea. But you know, you don't really you don't really have a lot of control when it's the second time around. I mean, the ball's in their park, and I don't like that, because you know, these are, after all, dangerous individuals. I mean, the gangster did 20 years for something very serious. So these are people, you know, I interview them on the street and stuff, but they're dangerous individuals. And Mosey, I think he's not dangerous at all, but nonetheless, he's still homeless, and unfortunately, you have to move with a certain protocol. I don't like the notion of going back and interviewing them again. Not because I don't want to do it. I look forward to doing it. But, you know, you have to be careful with people that live on the streets, you know, and, but I know that I want to do it. Okay. So far, I've never done like like updates on the homeless people. You know, I've seen homeless people that I've interviewed on the streets, but I don't do updates. Now, the hobo Mosey and the gangster were videos that were so captivating to our audience that even I can't wait to interview them again. I can't wait to interview the gangster again, and I can't wait to interview Mosey again. These two interviews were just, and these were interviews that we've done in the last 2 months, you know, people we've met recently. It's just, they've been great interviews. I mean, they're interviews that the internet loved them. I loved them, you know. I can't tell you, as a creator, I have 6,000 videos on the internet. When you record a video as a YouTube creator, man, and you see that video get 100,000 views, and then 200,000 views, and next thing you know, that video's got 500,000 views. Bro, you feel proud of that. Even if it's, you know, somebody else's story. It's not my story, it's their story. But as a creator, it feels amazing to do that. You know? And I look forward to interviewing those guys again. Yeah, I've traveled past. I will. In fact, I've been going fishing. The problem is that for me to do a video of me fishing, it would require Katie to be the cameraman. And Katie's health hasn't been that good lately. As soon as Katie's able to come with me, I will definitely do a live stream video of us fishing. I've discovered good fishing spots here in Sarasota, finally. You know, at first it was difficult finding good fishing spots, but we're getting there. We're finding the spots, and we're doing good. We're starting to find the spots. You got 5,000 views on a video you were just proud of. Yeah. Dude, when you put up a video on the internet, and it's 500,000 views, dude, you're proud. There's people that are music artists that everybody's heard about. There are famous people. Famous people will drop a video on the internet, and it's not guaranteed to get 500,000 views. So it's definitely makes you feel proud. But it's not every video that does that. These are individuals that we're meeting, and you know, I have to pay them good. I'm not gonna not pay them for these interviews. No, dude, you gotta pay these guys good money for their interviews, you know. So when I get paid, I'll have enough money to pay them, and we'll go out there. And I got to negotiate with them, too. I mean, they're not stupid. They have the internet. I mean, everybody knows what a YouTube video makes. And they have a lot of necessity. So you have to be fair with them. You can't just rip them off. We are in Bradenton Beach. Literally, if I were to walk a block ahead, the water's right in front of us. The water is literally right in front of us. Guys, I think our YouTube video for tonight is coming to an end. Late at night, the environment really doesn't get better. The water is literally just a block ahead of us. If we were to walk for another block, we'd be right on the water. But it is getting late, and as we all know, the clowns come out to play late at night, so it's not good to be out here too late. Any later than this, you're asking for trouble. My bunghole is very itchy. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you need TP for your bunghole? Jay needs tippy for his bunghole. Maybe it's all that seafood you've been eating. You've been eating raw salmon. That's how you get worms. Don't eat raw fish. Every time I tell Katie, I see her eating, she likes to eat sushi. I said, you're not going to catch me eating no el payaso. I know. Don't be a wuss. Stay out and be a man. No, I'd rather be a wuss and go home and sleep with a white woman. See, that's the thing about wusses. Wusses go home and sleep next to a white woman. Men stay out and they get to go sleep with another man in a county jail. I don't want to go. I'm a wuss. I'm going to go home tonight and sleep next to a white woman. I'd rather sleep with a white woman at home than with another male in prison. Now, if you want to stay out here and get in a fight with somebody, get arrested and go sleep next to Tyrell, who didn't pay his child support, and Coco, who got arrested for trafficking, and Billy, who got in a bar fight, and you guys can all be roommates in the county jail together. If you want to go sleep next to Billy and Tyrone, that's on you, buddy. If you want to go and sleep in a bunk bed with Rodrigo, Tyrone, and Billy, good for you. I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife. I'm gonna be a wuss and go home and sleep with a white woman. I'm gonna hug my white woman. There's nothing. Bradenton Beach looks quiet. Yeah, but everywhere at night. Everywhere at night is night. People been drinking. That's right. I'm going to go home and sleep with a white woman. Listen to some Nickelback or 3 Days Grace while we, play some 3 Days Grace before we go to sleep and go sleep with a white woman peacefully at home. Y'all want to stay out here and act a fool and get arrested and go sleep next to 3 convicted felons who didn't pay their child support? Good for you. Good for you. I'm going to be at home sleeping with a white woman. Play some Cuban music, yeah. I'm going to be at home playing some Cuban music, going to sleep. Y'all want to stay out here and go to jail? That's on you. But I ain't doing it. It's just a personal opinion. That's the way I get down. Oscar, ya hay tremendo sueño, mi hermano. Claro que sí, es tardísimo. Los dejo. I'm going to let you guys go. I know you guys are going to miss me, but I got to get home. I know you're going to miss me, but I got to get home. It's actually a pretty good drive from here to the house. Lakewood Ranch is a good 45-minute drive from the beach right here. Like the beach building right in front of us with the yellow lights, that building is literally the beach. So that's literally the beach over there. That yellow building. That yellow building is literally the beach. Right behind it's the sand. So it's a good 45-minute drive. So I'm going to check out. You guys are great. Thank you guys for your love and support. And we're out. Have a good night. Stay out of trouble. Go home and sleep with a white woman. Don't go to jail and sleep with a bunch of other guys that didn't pay their child support. Check it out.